Hi guys. Hi. How are you guys? Thank you. How are you? I'm a little bit stressed at the moment, but I'm alright. I'm okay. Howdy. Hi. So, what have you guys done today? How's your days been like? I also started sixth form and OMG. It's such a change. It is. It's like a big step up from like Key Stage 4. Girl, I got to ask, how do you look after your hair? Well, I wouldn't say I do anything specific to it. I guess I've never dyed it. A lot of people ask whether I've dyed my hair before. I haven't dyed it before. I often find that I need to stick to like one shampoo and conditioner, because if I switch it up a lot, for some reason my hair gets really bad. I really don't have any. I might be the wrong person to ask, because I don't put much effort into my hair. Where's that shirt from? I got this shirt. Where did I get it from? Is there a label on it? The label doesn't say much. It's made in China though. Where did I get it? There's no label on the back. Or is there? Wait. Rome. ROMWE. What ice cream are you eating? I went over to a friend's house and played Roblox and Just Dance. By the way, you're really pretty. Thank you. I'm gonna eat this ice cream. This is it's icy on the front. Sorry. This is my favorite ice cream. Like my absolute favorite ice cream. You went over to a friend's house and played Roblox and Just Dance. That sounds really nice. I threw a party last night, so I've done nothing today. Oh yeah. How was the party? New subscriber here, but your videos are so inspiring, especially with the knowledge of eating a lot of food and recovery and knowing that some people don't receive that well. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I made pumpkin spice pancakes. Ooh, that sounds nice. With blueberries and walnuts. That sounds really nice. What's your favourite dessert? Ice cream? It has to be ice cream. You see, like, with things like chocolate and cake, I feel like I get pretty bored of that, but I have never been bored of ice cream before. So good. Hi, how are you lately? You know, I'm kind of stressed because school, sixth form, and work, but that's most adults. If they can manage it, I can too. In terms of time, not like, I know adults don't go to sixth form, but like, that would basically be work. Do you ever struggle with putting your recovery online? In what way do you mean? Struggling with putting your recovery online? Party was so good, thanks for asking, although house was trashed, so cleanup was not fun. I would never host a party. Minus my job. My job is hosting parties. But at my own house, I couldn't. I'm terrified of people touching my stuff, like going in my room. Oh. What flavour is your ice cream? What is your favourite Ben & Jerry's? I can answer both of those questions. This is my favourite Ben & Jerry's ice cream. It's Chocolatey Love Affair. It's basically like a collaboration between Tony's and Ben & Jerry's. It's super good. I've had dance rehearsals all day, still at studios, and I'm watching this, so I'm so jealous right now. Oh, what time is it for you? Oh, I hope you're okay. Today I made Biscoff and Nutella crepes. They sound really nice. I like crepes. I used to make crepes all the time when I was younger. This one time, me and my friend, we had a sleepover, and we went down at like 6 in the morning to make pancakes, and he was sitting like on the counter, on the like the table thing, and I was like moving the pan, and then I burnt his leg. And like, we didn't tell my mum, and then she realized when she saw the mark on his leg, and she got really angry at us. On our first live stream, and I said I didn't want to recover, but now after watching my review videos, I'm fully committing. Today I had 2 brownies and hot chocolate and marshmallow. Oh my goodness, that's an amazing step. I'm really proud of you. I like brownies. I haven't had brownies in ages. I need to have more brownies. Hot chocolate with marshmallow. I haven't had hot chocolates in ages either. You know, my friend really likes going to Costa hot chocolate, so I might go with her soon and get one. I'm gonna eat some ice cream later tonight too. Aww. You know, if you do have any like more dance rehearsals, I hope they go well, and I hope that miraculously time flies by and you get home soon. All the thoughts of people seeing your body and judging how much you're eating, etc. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, do you know what? I get a lot of comments saying like, oh my god, you eat so much. Like, first of all, do I? Not really. I mean, I feel like I eat a pretty similar amount to my like most of my friends and most people in my family. Actually, no, I eat more than them, but I don't think that's. I don't know. I don't find it hard personally to rationalize in my head that I need it. If you get what I mean. In fact, a lot of people do say that intending to trigger me, but like it does the opposite. It kind of makes me feel more motivated because I feel like, yay, I don't even know. It's just like when you get to a point when you're getting hate comments. To be fair, most people get hate comments when they post online, but when it gets to that point, you know that you're like you're doing good things. Sorry, that made no sense. In my head, it sounded better. Ignore me. It's about 3 p.m. for me. Yeah, it's like 8 p.m. for me at the moment. Yeah, I hope time flies by and you get to go home soon. We don't have that flavour in Australia. It sounds good. Oh, that's such a shame. It's such a good flavour. Do you know what? Do you know what I find really annoying? Especially like in America, in the USA, to clarify, they have so many more flavours of Ben and Jerry's. So many more. And it's not even like 3 flavours. It's like 10, 20 different flavours. Like the topped ones. Like when they're topped with like the salted caramel or the chocolate topped ones. I really want to try the top ones, but I can't try the top ones because they don't sell them in the UK. It's so annoying. Another thing I really want to try, I think there was like a cinnamon bun Ben and Jerry's flavour. Oh, and a pumpkin, the pumpkin spice one. There was like a pumpkin flavoured one. I really wanted to try that. Ben and Jerry's chocolate and what? Caramel? Yeah, so this is chocolate ice cream with salted caramel swirls, caramel chunks, and sea salt chocolatey chunks. I really like the sea salt chocolatey chunks because it's basically salted chocolate. And it's really good. Thank you so much. I've been here for over 4 hours now. Sorry. Yeah, I had a really tough day at work because I was there for like 8 hours. Well, technically 8.5 hours, although like that half hour was me spending time cleaning up after my last party. They gave me a tip. They gave me a tip though, which was great. So that made up for it. The thoughts of people watching you eat is in the mind of the person. Eating is essential for health and recovery. She's eating very, very well. I'm proud of everyone here. Yep. True. And thank you. That's so awesome that it motivates you. For me, it tears me down. I don't want to do it. Yeah, I understand, because what I've learned is that a lot of people find different things helpful or triggering. So it's kind of, I guess I'm quite lucky that I find a lot of things that people usually find triggering not to be triggering. So I do feel quite lucky that I feel that way. Good evening. I hope all of you had a great day. I hope all of you guys had a great day too. I'm starting treatment on Tuesday and your content is making me feel so much less alone in this. Love you. I love you too. And also I hope treatment goes well. And I hope it helps you. I have a question. Do you have any tips for harder days? Harder days in recovery? Okay, so recovery is very much up and down. I guess when it is during those down parts, I do like to ask people to keep me accountable. Do you know what? It's really annoying because I find it so frustrating when people like tell me, that's not really enough, or like maybe you should eat more, or I didn't see you eat much today. It's so infuriating because I just find it so annoying, but it definitely keeps me accountable, and as much as it is annoying, it is still very helpful. So I would definitely ask somebody around you to like maybe help keep you accountable. Because accountability is probably one of the most crucial aspects of recovery. No, for real, Ben and Jerry's coming from someone in the US is actually really good. This is like, do you know what? I love the UK politically, but in terms of food, I would live in the USA if it guaranteed, like, if I was like completely, you know, safe and whatever, I guess, I would live there for the food. It just sounds so good. Thank God I'm not the only one who has a whole problem. That sentence sounds so good in my mind, but when I explain it, it doesn't. Because sometimes you think of like other words in your mind that just like don't really exist, but they just join the reasonings together, but you can't. It just doesn't come out that way when you speak it. OMG, the cinnamon bun one is so good. I really want to try it, but I can't. I'm gonna cry, but I'm not gonna cry. But sometimes I want to cry because, oh my god, I shouldn't be getting this so emotional over food, but you're lucky. That's all I'm gonna say. You've been my inspiration to start eating pints of ice cream. Woohoo! We should be like a pint of ice cream gang. Club. I don't know. We are a pint of ice cream club. If you eat pints of ice cream, you can join the pint of ice cream club. I'm now brave enough to do it. Oh, that's great. So thank you for inspiring me. Is it okay to eat whole pints every day? I still feel like I'm not allowed. Yeah, I basically eat one every day. It's kind of, I don't know. It definitely gets a lot easier once you, I mean, obviously, like once you do it more often, but it's, for me, it kind of became a bit comforting because I knew that like I could eat this tub of ice cream, know that I'm also bettering my mental and physical health, stuff like that. That wasn't very helpful, sorry. But yes, short answer, it is definitely okay to eat a pint every day. Yay, stick with it, ups, downs, peeling an onion. My school sells brownies, and for the first time ever I ate it and had one every day of this week. That's amazing. Don't know why I clapped, but yeah, that's amazing. Do you know what? You deserve a clap. It's funny because at school, I think in sixth form, they had cake that they were like leaving for people to have, and I knew that old me would not have had that cake because like obvious reasons, but I had it and it was great. It was really tasty. And I got to enjoy it with my friend who also had it, and I felt like, you know what? I feel like sometimes when you're eating food with people, it can be like a nice communal experience and it can actually bring you closer to people, which is great. Not gonna lie, while the US might have better Ben & Jerry's, you guys have better chocolate bars. Oh, how so? Well, do you guys have like Cadbury's and stuff like that? Yeah, Hershey's chocolate has nothing on Cadbury. Yeah, I haven't had Hershey's chocolate before. I've heard not very good things, but to be fair, I would still try it just for comparison. Did you ever have any group type treatment? I'm starting group therapy in a couple of weeks and I'm so terrified and wondered if you had any advice. Personally, I've never done group therapy. The only type of treatment I've ever received is one-to-one with a dietitian, a therapist, or family-based therapy. But do you know what? I wouldn't actually be, but just in case you are, like, try not to compare yourself to other people in the group because, especially if it might trigger you, just obviously remember that everybody has their own journey, everybody has their own ups and downs. Try your best not to compare because comparison is one of the worst things for recovery. Thank you for the clap. You're welcome. I'm proud of how far you came. Thank you. You need to try something chocolate from San Francisco. They are delicious. Or lilac chocolates from New York. Thank you for the recommendations. All I need to do is go to America and then I can try them. Do you know what? I think this is basically maybe melted enough. I hope. I'm gonna eat it. By the way, if I don't sound as upbeat as usual, it's because I'm like tired and also holding in a lot of stress from work. Yeah. Work can be stressful. Do you know what? I don't know how adults do it. Like work and not just be so stressed all the time. Do you know what? I think they are stressed all the time. How are they stressed? How do they function? That's my question. I'm 2 years away from proper adulthood. And yet I can't even fathom the idea of just like going to a job 5 days a week, like doing the same thing every day. That's basically sixth form, but like applying the knowledge. Sorry, I'm just gonna see if I can like, adjust this. I think that's better. It's pronounced Giral. Wait, no, I'm gonna get this. Ghirardelli. Is it Ghirardelli or Ghirardelli? Sorry. Oh my god. To be fair, remember adults don't usually work weekends as well as going to college full time. True. I am working weekends and it is 6 to 8 hours on Saturday and Sunday. It is a lot of time. I have physics homework due tomorrow that I haven't even looked at. I'm hoping that I can do it in one of my free periods. Yeah, it's tough. I have to go to school for like 7 hours, then work. It's like you have no downtime, I guess, if you work and go to school. Oh no, my childhood is being wasted. I'm joking, it's not. I'm kind of confused because people always say they see themselves as fatter when they have anorexia, but for me, I just had a completely different perspective of what fat is. Is that normal? Yeah, I guess my perspective of fat has always been skewed ever since I developed an eating disorder. I don't know. I feel like I never really had. Oh, do you know what's funny? At the time, I never felt like I had body dysmorphia. Like I'd look in the mirror and be like, sure, I look like I knew what I looked like, right? But looking back at pictures of myself now, it's like, did I really? Because maybe my perception of skinny and fat was very skewed. Like I didn't, like I knew I wasn't fat and I knew I was skinny, but it was like a different perspective. Like, I didn't think I was that skinny, but looking back at photos, that was very wrong. Like, that was untrue. I feel like I completely trailed off there. It makes me wonder now, like, whether in the future I'm gonna look back at photos now and think I knew that I looked like that, but my perception of how I look now is different to how I did then. That made no sense. Ignore me. I'm just rambling. Second version. Giraldelli. 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 Giraldelli? Giraldelli. Giraldelli. Thank you for explaining to me how to say it. Do you know what? Has anybody else not been to like a proper party before? I haven't been to like a proper party with like alcoholic beverages and stuff. Do you know what? I feel like COVID kind of ruined my transition from childhood to adulthood. I'm not an adult, but you get what I mean. Like, I never got to go to any like Halloween parties or like regular parties or stuff like that. But I'm going to one, I think, next Saturday. Yeah. Have you ever tried the candy Nerds? I have. I really recommend them if you haven't. Do you know what? Funny memory with Nerds. I went to a camp. Not a camp. I went to Manor. It was like basically a camp called Manor with like a school camp thing. And my friend, he didn't really like the food they provided. So he bought some candy from the tuck shop, the little shop they had there. And we were going on, it was like snowy outside, it was absolutely freezing. We were going on this winter walk. It was like a proper hike, and he like survived solely on this little thing of Nerds. And he was so cold, and like he was shivering, and he was like starving properly, and he didn't want to eat his lunch either, because he did, as I said, he didn't like the food provided. Yeah, he was just like, he was so pale and like shivery. I felt really bad for him. I wasn't cold and shivery. I ate my lunch. Oh yeah, and then my gloves, they were like, because I was actually like really hot, like really warm, and like I could feel my hands radiating heat like inside my gloves. So every like other second, I would donate my gloves to him, and then like after they'd gotten cold again, I'd put them back on and reheat them, and then give them to him. Out of curiosity, what's the worst ice cream you've tried? Probably there was this Waitrose one that was reduced. It was sticky toffee pudding ice cream, and it was basically like sticky toffee pudding sorbet, and I don't really like sorbet. And like mixing a cake, like what's supposed to be a cakey kind of thing, with sorbet, it just did not work at all. Accent on the first syllable. Girardelli. Sorry, I still feel like I'm pronouncing that so wrong. Girardelli. Yes, same. I feel like I've had no life compared to everyone else. Yeah, you know, like in movies, like people my age go to these parties all the time. I've never been to one. How do you deal with weight gain at the start of recovery? How do I deal with it? I suppose that depends on what your mindset around weight gain is. I suppose if you're not very positive about weight gain, I would definitely make sure you know why you're gaining weight, like, you know, the importance of it, like all the good benefits it's going to have to your body. Also, you know when people are always like, wear comfy clothes, try to avoid mirrors, I really I can't disagree more with that, because I really do believe that familiarizing yourself with your body as it's changing is probably the best thing to do, rather than, I guess, covering up for, like, for example, if you cover up for like months, you try your best to avoid mirrors, you don't even know what you look like, then all of a sudden you look in the mirror and you've gained weight, and your brain's so shocked it perceives this as a bad thing, and then I feel like you might even relapse because of that, you know, because it's such a shocking thing to you, because you're not used to it, you're not used to the weight you are. I don't know. I definitely think that getting used to your body as it changes is probably the best course of action. If you don't mind me asking, how long have you been dealing with an eating disorder? Do you know what? A lot of my memories from like lockdown and like when my eating disorder was at its worst are really blurred. Sorry. Anyway, I developed my eating disorder when I was 12, nearly 13. So like 3 years, I think. Although it's not always been like straight recovery and straight eating disorder. It's been like I've had a lot of really high ups and really low downs. Like I had I guess the first time I tried to recover, or I tried to weight restore, it happened really quickly, and I stayed weight restored for a little while. But I guess the mental aspect wasn't really. I feel like the mental aspect wasn't really addressed as well, and I did regress, and then I've had quite a few like up and downs since then. But I feel like this is the first time that I'm like actually trying, because like all the other times I was like, this is just to stop my parents from being annoying all the time about getting me to eat. But this time I'm like actually doing it, you know. Also, while you guys are here, I just want to talk about the perfect ice cream eating method. So, first of all, you take the lid off. You eat the ice cream on the lid. Then you start at the top. Like there's usually like a little layer of melted ice cream on the top. Sorry if you hear anybody talking, that's my family. Yeah, so you eat the like little melted layer on the top. And then you go around the edges, because the edges, that's the melted bit. Especially like when you're keeping your hand on it, the heat really transfers and it melts a bit more. So definitely try and eat the outside bit first, and then you work your way inside as it gets meltier. It's the perfect way of eating it. My hair's like in my way today. Sorry. I eat my ice cream like that too, totally agree. You can't not agree. It's the best method. Also, I feel like this method's kind of niche to like when you eat it out of a tub. Because like when you eat it in a bowl, it all just kind of melts simultaneously. How do you deal with really strong urges to relapse? I'm currently struggling with that and it's very overwhelming. Oh my god. Every morning I wake up and I tell myself, I'm gonna restrict. I'm not gonna. Yeah. But I never end up doing it because I guess I always kind of like when I always face myself with like breakfast, you know, because like in the morning I often tell myself like I'm gonna restrict. but I always face myself with breakfast. I kind of, a lot of the time it's like I don't think about it. I'm just like, I'm gonna do it anyway because this is what I do now, because it's kind of like a habit I've built up. Recovery has kind of become a habit, you know, a good habit obviously, but oh, and obviously reminding yourself, like, seriously, why did you start to recover in the first place? All the things you're recovering for, sorry. At the moment, for me, my biggest motivation is my bone health, because as you may or may not know, I recently got diagnosed with osteopenia, and I don't want to have the bones of a 50 or a 60-year-old when I'm 16, and I don't want to, you know, break all my bones when I'm like 20. Oh, so scary, actually, but seriously, just remind yourself, like, why did you start to recover in the first place? I actually, on TikTok and YouTube, I keep like a little playlist of recovery motivation, like all these videos that kind of gave me that sudden boost of motivation to recover. I kept them in that playlist, so like whenever I feel the urge to regress or like relapse, I watch those and I'm like, oh, that's why I started recovery, so I could have the chance of growing again. That's one of my motivations. What motivated you to start full recovery? Was it like a big event or just a small thing that's been growing for a while? Well, I guess I'd been considering it, and then I went to France, like on holiday, and there was no calorie information anywhere, so it was kind of like easy for me to consider recovering, way easier. And then I kind of, do you know what? I remember this very pivotal moment where I was served an ice cream. Right, we went to this ice cream place, and the ice cream, like the person who worked there, they served me like a massive scoop, and I felt like there was this kind of thing in my head, like there was these two sides. There was this one side that's like, oh my god, freak out, like have a temper tantrum, because I would have had a temper tantrum if I went with the other voice in my head. Like have a temper tantrum. That's so much more than you anticipated. That's so much more than you were going to track on your phone, on the tracking app. But then the other part of me was like, do I really want to be worried about this for the rest of my life? Can't I just enjoy ice cream? And I guess I kind of stopped tracking from that day, because I just kind of thought to myself, like, there's no point in my life at the moment, you know? It's not going to benefit me in any way. Like, it's literally hindering my abilities to live a normal life, because I would have had a temper tantrum, and that like would have ruined the family outing, you know? Yeah, that was like the pivotal moment, I guess. I decided to start true recovery, and I've been working up ever since, like trying to get myself, you know, more motivated to challenge myself in different ways, you know. I'm so sorry about it. No one deserves this, since it ruins childhood and everything. I got my eating disorder in primary school. It was so scary because no one knew what calories existed. That's a really young age to develop an eating disorder. I'm really sorry about that. See you later. Got to clean my room. Oh joy, have a great evening. Have a nice time cleaning your room. That sounds super fun. Have you experienced extreme hunger? And if so, how did you deal with it? Now, I don't think I've experienced extreme hunger. I know a lot of people on the internet have been like, you eat enough to classify that as extreme hunger, and I would agree, but I feel like a lot of people have extreme hunger that's like way more than mine, and I don't want to say this is extreme hunger and then them feel bad about it, you know, their extreme hunger being more than mine. So I think I'm just in a period of being a bit more hungry than usual, but I wouldn't label it as extreme hunger. How do you deal with it? Do you mind classifying what you mean by deal with it? Do you mean like deal with the physical, like the mental aspects? Is it like guilt you're feeling? Is it like letting yourself honor that extreme hunger? Aren't you scared of becoming addicted to exercise again now that you can exercise again? P.S. You're really inspiring. Yeah, so my exercise is now going to be like monitored by my parents and my dietitian. So at the moment, I know that I won't be able to go overboard, if you get what I mean. I guess there's always going to be that worry in your head, you know, like, am I going to struggle with eating again? Am I going to struggle with exercise again? But, sorry. I guess it's all part of recovery, you know, like trying to make sure that you have the coping mechanisms and strategies at the back of your mind so that you know that if it does happen again, you'll know, you know, the steps to take to prevent that from happening. Like, I know that I'm going to like tell my parents, or I know that it will probably become obvious, so my mum or my dad will pick up on it, and then, you know, stuff like that. How do you deal with eating more at night and feeling like a binge, even though it isn't? It's just mental hunger. I always feel so guilty the next morning. Yeah, this is another one of the things that I feel like I don't get much in recovery. Like, I don't feel very guilty, if that makes sense, after eating, because I feel like I'm quite good at rationalizing in my head, you know, I need this to better my physical and mental health. But can I just promise you, I think my appetite is definitely biggest in the evening, and so is most of my family's. You know, I also think it's quite normal to have an increased appetite at night, so don't worry about being more hungry at night. But also, if you feel like it's a binge, seriously, tell yourself, like, as long as you feel in control, it is not a binge. As somebody who had a really bad binging stage at one point, it is literally about whether it feels impulsive or you feel out of control during it. So, seriously, sorry, that sounds like another crap, yet more crappy advice from Rosa. Sorry, but trust me, it's not a binge. I promise. It's hard, I guess, for me to say something, for me to like explain or like talk about some of this stuff, because a lot of the time I don't know, because obviously I haven't been through the same thing. But if you feel guilty, I just want to let you know that. Oh, actually, yeah, I do. When I feel guilty, I try to let that feeling sit there. That sounds like, why would you just want to sit and feel guilty? But trust me, like, let it sit with you. Just sit there, feel guilty, and then think, why am I feeling guilty? And then just kind of pick apart why you think you are. Like, why am I feeling guilty? Why? Because I've eaten more. Why have you eaten more? Because I was hungry. Why are you hungry? Because you've deprived your body of food for so long that now your body's built up this massive deficit that it wants to repair, you know? A lot of the time it's kind of hard for people to rationalize why they're doing what they're doing, but I promise you there is a good reason for it. Your body knows what it's doing. I got to go, sorry, hope to see you next video though. Bye. Bye! My parents make me drink a high calorie milkshake every day while also eating a lot of food and challenging food. Are daily milkshakes a safe way to gain weight? Safe way, yeah, I think so. I mean, I think they're pretty good if you struggle with feeling full a lot, because I know that a lot of people that find that like liquids aren't as filling, if that makes sense. By safe way to gain weight, would you mind defining that? Sorry. Do you know what? Sometimes I find like irrationally that I can't eat something even though it's basically the same as another thing. By the way, milkshake, basically a high calorie milkshake. I feel like that's quite similar to like a pint of ice cream, maybe. I eat those every day, so don't worry. We're in this together. OMG, I'm so glad that you are live again. I've read that as OMG, I'm so glad that you are alive again. Oops. But yeah, I'm live. Hello. My birthday's in 21 minutes. Oh my god. That's very soon. Are you able to sing? Yes, I can sing. I have vocal cords. I have a good sense of rhythm. I can sing. But I'm not going to sing on this live because I'm really insecure about my voice. Especially because I quit singing classes ages ago. And, yeah. I feel like my voice has just deteriorated so much. I'm so proud of you. I am so proud of your journey. Thank you. I'm also quite proud of it. I'm really proud of myself for fully committing to recovery and like putting the effort to do it. Based off your little we're in this together, you have a freaking crazy good voice. Thank you. But how do you know that wasn't just like a crazy anomaly where I just sang really well, but usually I sing like trash? This is just such a good ice cream. I love it. Lol, because you clearly know how to use your voice properly. Thank you. Thank you very much. You know, I always have this problem when I eat chocolate ice cream. Like, no matter what I do, and no matter how I eat it, I always get chocolate ice cream on my lips, and it's kind of embarrassing. You're so pretty, and I'm so proud of you. Thank you. What flavour is it? Chocolatey Love Affair. It's a really good flavour. I gave it a 10 out of 10 when I rated it in a video, because it's just such a good ice cream. So it's like chocolate ice cream with salted caramel swirls, caramel chunks, and sea salt chocolatey chunks. How old are you, if you want to tell it? I am 16. That looks good. It is so good. It's like so melted around the sides now. You know, one day I hope I can find someone who admires me the way Rosa admires chocolatey Love Affair ice cream. I can hear the wedding bells with this ice cream. You know, if it were a person, I would marry it. I do a great job eating now. I have big meals and I challenge myself with food foods, and I do a milkshake every day so I can restore my weight. That's great. I think that's a really good point to get to. Although I get so discouraged to continue because my stomach constantly hurts and is really big due to bloating I get all the time. Is there a way to deal with that recovery? First things first, with bloating, I've already said this before, but you need to differentiate between, is it like real bloating, like water retention and like gas in the stomach, stuff like that, or is it just your stomach expanding to accommodate an increased volume of food that you're eating? By the way, bloating is completely normal for like anybody, even like when you're not recovering. I bloat all the time. I bloat every day. I bloat after drinking water. That is completely normal. Like, I promise you. About the hurting. There are quite a lot of things that your stomach hurting is a symptom for. I find that sometimes I get stomach pain if I don't chew my food properly, but also I've had stomach pains recently for like no reason whatsoever. Don't even know why. I just have. I'm pretty sure it's normal though. I know that a lot of the time our body's kind of like shocked once you go from a state of starvation to a state of refeeding. So sometimes bodies just do weird things for no reason. Tea. Tea does wonders for my bloating. I don't know if this is an actual scientific thing, but it always helps me. LMAO. Tons of people say that tea helps them. Seriously, listen to this person. Personally, I mean, obviously, different things work for different people. Personally, it's never worked for me. But if it works for you, take that thing that works and use it all the time. It's my siblings. They're fighting. Sorry about that. Have you had to go to inpatient before? What kind of treatment have you had? Yeah, so I've never been inpatient before. The only other treatment I've had is one-to-one with a dietitian and a therapist from the NHS, from the eating disorder services, or family-based therapy. I'm gonna go sleep now. Have a fun life. Thank you and good night. Mwah. Sorry for the background noise. Has anybody else here got a job? Just out of curiosity. Yep, I'm actually a party host too, LMAO. Oh, that's actually so cool. Where do you work? What you're a party host for? Other than a party, obviously. I keep saying this, but this is such a good freaking ice cream. Flip out. For those who don't know, it's just a trampoline park. Now that is cool. Yeah, I feel like a trampoline park is so much more exhilarating compared to like a bowling place. I mean, it also does Laser Quest, but like a trampoline place. My siblings went to a trampoline party. To a trampoline place for a trampoline party for their birthday. Like just a little while ago. And they had a party host. I can't remember what it was called. It was like I think it was like a play on the word kangaroo. I can't remember. It's such a pleasure dealing with small, sweaty children. Today, I didn't have to deal with them, but today, today, I had a load of 4-year-olds. They were tiny and they were trying to bowl and they were like throwing the ball everywhere and they got juice everywhere. It was kind of stressful. And as I said, I didn't have to do this, but somebody else was hosting a party for 17-year-olds. I could not imagine hosting a party for somebody my age. I'm not 17, but you know, around my age. I think I'd just die on the spot. Do you have any other mental illnesses? I haven't been diagnosed with any other mental illnesses other than anorexia nervosa. No, bowling is cool. I feel like that would be so sick. Do you know what is sick? Laser Quest. When you wear a yellow vest and you go around as like a marshal, marshalling the children. And every single time, even though in the safety briefing it says no running, no going up the ramp on the back right corner, and no squatting down, every time without fail there is always somebody who breaks every single one of those rules. And do you know who the worst offenders are? Adults. The parents. The amount of times I've been like, can we not run please, to the parents is, oh god, if I had money, I would be a millionaire. I wouldn't be a millionaire. I'll probably have like $40, but still, a lot of times. So like, what do you have to do as a party host in the trampoline place? I think you could buy the different flavors of ice cream from online. It might be a bit more expensive though, lol. Yeah, it would probably be a lot more expensive. I have looked on Amazon. I'm not gonna lie, I've looked on Amazon, but they didn't really have any. Also, I don't really trust the way that they package things online. Like, I've heard that they can package them in dry ice, but I wouldn't trust that, you know? I wouldn't trust that. Yes, parents always think they're above the rules. Do you know what? Today, the reason why I'm so stressed is because on the bowling alleys, I tell parents and children, you're not allowed to cross this black and yellow line, which is kind of like, you know, the line onto like the actual alley where you throw the ball. And I'm like, you don't cross that line, you know? Do not cross that line, metaphorically and literally. Because I always tell them, like, if a ball gets stuck, like a lot of the time a ball will just like roll to the middle and stay there, or roll backwards, and I say, you know, let me get that ball, I will get that ball for you, right? But the amount of times today the parent just walked off onto the thing just like to get the ball made me so illogically mad. I was infuriated. I had to leave and go to the break room after the second dad did that, and it was all dads. Every single time it was a dad who just did that. It was so annoying. Are your parents commenting on what you eat? If so, does it affect you in a good or bad way? If they do ever, they're quite supportive. So if they do ever comment on what I eat, it's usually like you're not really eating enough, or you didn't eat as much as usual. Less nowadays because I obviously am eating more, but that's what they're more likely to say. That affects me in a good way because it keeps me accountable. I'm back. Have you ever had Takis? No, I haven't. What are they like? What are they? Wait, they're a type of crisp or chip, right? What are your favourite Ben and Jerry's flavours? Well, this one is probably my all-time favourite because it's got chocolate, it's got salted caramel, it's got chocolate, but it's salted chocolate, if that makes sense. It's so good. Hello, sorry, I'm like, it's alright. You came here in the end. That's all that mattered. You showed up. If you want an update, this is kind of like the ice cream I'm eating. It's super good, it's super delicious, it's Perfect. 10 out of 10. My favourite Ben & Jerry's of all time. So good. So Takis are really spicy crisps, or whatever you call them. I do call them crisps. They are really good and come in even in a lime flavour, but they are expensive. Ooh. Lime flavoured crisps. I don't think I've ever had lime flavoured crisps. What shape are Takis? Do you think you'd like to try eat like for a day? I've been considering that recently. Could you give me some suggestions? Unfortunately, we don't have Ben & Jerry's in my village. Oh, that's such a shame. Where do you live? Sorry, that sounded really, where do you live? But like, if you feel comfortable with sharing, whereabouts are you? I live in Greece in a small village. Ah. What ice cream do you have there? Just out of curiosity. You could eat like Roy Mitchell for a day, or Alzani maybe. I don't know if you watch their videos. I did. I went through a massive phase of watching their videos. Those are good suggestions. Thank you. And don't worry, it did not sound weird. Good. OMG, I love Roy Mitchell. She's really nice. And it's not even just like, I don't know, she just seems like such a nice person. She seems like somebody I'd want to be friends with. And I don't want to be friends with a lot of people. That's a lie. Anytime anybody shows me an ounce of affection, I'm like, marry me. No, it's a problem. Whenever anybody's nice to me, I don't know. Something just happens. What's your favourite pint? This one. Seriously, this one. It's so good. It's perfect. It's got chocolate, it's got caramel, it's got salted chocolate. So good. Do you know Millie Recovers? I do. Mostly from TikTok, strangely. But I do watch her on YouTube. But no, yeah. I discovered her on TikTok and then I subscribed to her on YouTube. I'm like nearly finished because this is such a good pint. Oh yeah, just in case people didn't know. I use my phone to like read the comments because they disappear on my iPad screen really fast. Okay, this is such a weird request, but how has technology changed life in doing homework? And have to do an essay on evolving technology. Apparently my brain can't think of anything to say, for God's sake. Ooh, well. That's a good question. My brain can't think of anything now. How has technology changed life? That sounds like a very philosophical question. I don't think I can wrap my head around that. It has to have done, like, in such a massive... It has to have been, like, to a massive extent, right? Because we rely on technology. We're reliant on technology. That's something. For so many things. Like, we probably wouldn't be able to remember stuff if, like, we didn't have reminders on our phones, or communicate with people because we didn't have text messages and, like, emails, and I guess education might be worse because we wouldn't have, you know, the internet to gather resources from, or like Zoom meetings or stuff like that. That's a very good question. So we have Greek brands like Total, but it is mostly from small brands and you can find only in mini markets. Oh, do you know what? It's times like this where I'm lucky to live in a more urbanized area because I've got access to ice cream, guys. I really recommend a brand of ice cream called Jenny's. They have really cool and unique flavors. You might not have it from where you're from there. Wait, Jenny's. I don't know. Am I familiar with that? Let me just check. Jenny's ice cream. No, I'm not familiar with that. I don't think they said it in the UK. No, yeah, it sounds familiar because somebody recommended that to me on YouTube a while back. And I tried to find it on like the internet, but they didn't sell it in the UK. Where are you from? The UK. Yeah, from the UK. England, specifically. Thanks for the prompts. Really helped kickstart my brain. I don't know. It's fine. Seriously. Sometimes I need like a few ideas to kickstart my brain when I need to think of something, especially in physics. I always need my friend to go on like a little splurge about physics before I grasp a concept. It's really expensive though. It's roughly like $9.99. Ooh, wow. Wow. I think the most expensive ice cream I've gotten was like £7 for a tub. I totally agree, but I can't do anything for it, unfortunately. By the way, you have an amazing accent. Do you know what? I wish I could mail you a tub of ice cream, but that will kind of be weird. But I really kind of wish I could. A lot of the time people are like, we don't get that type of ice cream here, and I really want to mail it to something, but it's not possible. I'm sorry. And thank you. Obviously I don't think I have an accent, but I'm glad that it's appreciated by people. I can't quite understand what you're saying. I need to improve my English a little more. Yeah, sorry. I'm a bit far back from the screen as well. Sorry. But also I'm quite mumbly. So I'm sorry about that. I'm quite mumbly in general, so again, sorry. Sorry, but it's really late for me and I need to go to bed. Amazing live and thank you for the talk. Not a lot of not a lot of YouTubers do this. Okay, good night. Mwah. I love you. And I'm really glad that this is appreciated, because it's kind of like, it is like a really fun thing actually to do lives like this. I feel like it does give me a bit of an opportunity to be a bit more like real and personal with you guys. Bon appetit. Bon appetit indeed. I basically finished that. That was really good. Obviously it was really good. It was so good. So good. Do you know what? I eat a ton of ice cream every day. But my mum's always like, you shouldn't do that. You should like have more variety. Because a lot of the time I'll eat something like a lot, but then I'll get bored of it and then I won't eat it for ages. Like for example, hummus, and then peanut butter, and then rice puddings. And then my mum was like buying lots of them, especially rice puddings. And then all of a sudden I was like, I don't want them anymore. I've gone off them because I've eaten them so much. Sorry, so much. And then she was like, what am I going to do with like this massive pile of rice puddings that we now have? We still haven't gotten through them. But I feel like with ice cream, because there's so much variety and like so many different flavours you can get, it's never going to happen. I'm never going to go off ice cream. What would you say your reasons to recover are? Well, my biggest one at the moment is probably to try and reverse my osteopenia. I don't want to be like 20 with 60-year-old bones. Yeah. I kind of want to grow a little bit more. I'm kind of hoping that I can. Oh my god, I want to be able to enjoy food without worrying so much about stuff, you know, like I just want to be able to eat like my family does. Do you know what, I really want to be able to eat, to like enjoy Christmas like I did as a child, like without thinking about food all the time because I'm like worried about what's in it or how much is going to be in it, stuff like that. Also because I really don't want to care that much, you know. It's not even like caring that much about food, it's just caring that much in general, you know. I want to be able to take life a bit easier and not be so caught up all the time. Oh no, peanut butter is something I will never get bored of. Yeah, I think the only reason I got bored of it was because I was having it like breakfast, snack, not lunch, snack, not dinner, snack. That's a lie, I would have it with lunch because I would make stir fries with it. I would have it like all the time. And then I think there was this point where I just like ate it like with a spoon, and then I felt sick afterwards because it was just like the same texture and the same taste, and then all of a sudden it was the most repulsive thing. Obviously now I love it, but it's just what happens when I eat something too much. We're only 8 people, aren't you bored? We are only 8 people. That kind of sounds like somebody who's got like 8 different people in their mind, and they're like, we're only 8 people. Sorry. We're only 8 people, aren't you bored? Not really. Ow, my foot. Ow. Excuse me. No, I don't think I'm bored. I'm I don't really know what to say. I'm not bored. I don't think I am. Quick question. How old are you guys? I want to ask a question, but I just want to, gauge your ages very quickly. It's not like a weird question. Well, actually, depending on your definition of weird, it might be, but I don't think it's too weird. I'm missing the bin bag guy this stream, I know. I was even like planning, like if he came back, I was gonna say my town is out of bin bags, so we don't have any. That was gonna be my excuse as to why I couldn't get a bin bag. 17, great. Similar age range. Oh, for those of you who weren't here previously, the last stream I did, there was this guy, he was like, you should wear a bin bag. You should do a fashion show wearing a bin bag. Ask your mum to bring you a bin bag. Go downstairs and put a bin bag on. So yeah. Did you ask how old I am? Yes. Yeah, how old are you? Yeah?
Can I come in?
Yeah, just so you know, I'm doing a live.
Hi.
Do you want to come in? She left. Hi, did you answer my comment? I didn't see. My phone died. Oh yeah, was it the what are your reasons to recover question? Yeah, I did. Sorry, yeah. Wait, he was so insistent on it. I know! He was like, whenever I would try and give an excuse, he was like, well, why can't you do this? Well, why can't you do that? Because I'm too late. And like, my biggest answer was just, I'm too lazy to get up and put on a bin bag. And then he was like, call your mum and tell her to bring a bin bag to you. And I did. I showed me texting my mum. She actually said, yeah, sure, I can bring you a bin bag. And I was like, never mind. Because I didn't want to wear a bin bag. Really craving those bin bags. Indeed, that was like such a unique experience on a live. I'm 17 years old. My birthday is on November 30th. Okay, that's great. Lol, what's a bin bag? It's basically a bin liner. So you know that bag that goes in a bin? And then like you tie it up at the end and then you put it... Trash bag, I don't know. Oh, do you mean like bin, trash? Yeah, basically a trash bag. There's me not getting context again. Excuse. Yeah, that's basically a bin bag. Bin, trash. Bin bag, trash bag. Okay, so I'm guessing most people are around my age. Okay, so does anyone else have a friend that they're like... that they like... okay, that they like flirt with in a... like you ironically flirt with them. Like you make jokes, right? Like those types of jokes with that friend. And then you're like... I call her my wife. Our maths teacher heard me call her my wife in maths. I referred to her by accident as my wife at work to the parents of a family of a party that I was hosting. It just makes life so much more fun. Do you know, we were talking recently about, like, when we're married, are we still going to be able to do this? Banter, yeah. Are we still going to be able to, like, have banter with each other in that way when we're married? Because we were talking about it, like, are we going to get married? And then, for example, she's going to be attending my wedding. Then I'm going to walk down the aisle, back down. And then I'm going to look at her and she's going to make a suggestive joke and I'm going to laugh. And then my partner up there, who I've married, is just going to be like, what? Because it's such a fun dynamic. I kind of want to continue it forever, but it's not sustainable. Yep, my friends do that. It's really fun though. Yes, all the time. Banter. Yep. Same. My best friend is saved as a wifey for lifey on my phone. That's such a cute idea. Maybe I should do that because it's just her name. I should do that. Yes, forever. My husband will just have to be okay with it. Whoever I marry, it's gonna be, they're gonna have to be chill with that, you know. Oh my god, the funniest thing, my other friends, we've started doing it too. So now I have 7 wives. So the one I've been talking about is the OG, but now I have seven wives. 6 other wives. We're all in this massive polyamorous relationship. Henry VIII. I am Henry VIII. Stay hydrated, guys. Honestly, that's when you know they're real friendships. It is. You know what? Because I feel like there's friend and then best friend. And with a friend, you can make jokes, right? You can be like really friendly, but with a best friend, you can pretend to be married. You can pretend to have children. You can pretend to be in a very intense relationship. Do you know what? Oops. Do you know something that I found really funny? You know, like friendship groups, you know, like groups of people that tend to hang together, they all seem to be the same height. And I have a theory. I have a theory right now that when you're at a certain, like if you're in a certain, I feel like, okay, hear me out. It's probably not true, but there's always the tiniest chance. I feel like, because every single friendship group I've seen, they're always like the same height, roughly. Like I'm pretty much the same height as all my friends. I feel like we release pheromones of a certain height, of our height, and then everybody else in our friendship group receives those pheromones, and then they give off those pheromones, you know, and then we all just end up being the same size. How tall are you? I am 5'4". All of my friends are between 5'4" and 5'5" or 5'6", I think. We're all pretty much the same height range. Is that not just a result of everyone being average height? It definitely is, but let me think that my theory is correct, please. Let me feel smart. OMG, I thought you were so much taller. Why does everybody think I'm like 5'9" and 20? Like, I swear, I'm 5'4" and 16. Same. I'll stand your theory. Thank you, Jasmine. Somebody here believes in me. I'm joking. Stan, yeah, I got that. I need to sleep now. If you have any social media account, write to the chat and I will add it. Your chat makes me feel good. Oh, thank you. I have this YouTube channel, but I also have a TikTok channel, and I think those are the only two social medias that I have. What's my TikTok username? Oh, do you know what's really annoying? I need to change my TikTok username because it's really long and complicated. It's like yogurt in all capital letters, but there's one of those bar things at the bottom between each letter. But then when it gets to the T at the end of the word, it goes backwards and ends in Y, as in like yogurt backwards, but it shares the T. Yay. Sorry, I really need to change that. I grew 1/2 centimeter and I was the happiest I've ever been. Tell me your secrets. No, seriously, I have not grown in ages. Funny thing, the last time I got height measured, I'd shrunk from 164 centimeters to 162. I refuse to believe that. So I'm just maintaining the fact that I'm 164 centimeters. I'm 5'4". Do you know what? Do you know what's really awkward? The time lag in between me saying stuff on the camera and then you guys being able to see it. Do you see how lagged behind that is? Just say it was posture. Live in denial. Denial isn't just a state of mindset, it's a lifestyle. Yeah. It was posture. It has to be bad posture. There's no other way. I couldn't have shrunk. It has to have been bad posture. Thank you for reaffirming my mindset. I really appreciate that. People are taught it in the mornings, right? Something to do with your spine stretching in the night. Some days I'm half an inch short a lot. Whoa. I think I have heard of that. Sorry, it's my mum. Yeah, I've definitely heard that. It might have just been a difference in the time of day then. It has to have been that. It has to have been that. I refuse to believe I've shrunk. Oh yeah, I thought I might as well ask you guys, what type of videos do you want to see? Definitely it. I mean, it has to be it, right? I couldn't have just... I'm sorry, but it's impossible for me to have shrunk. We've cracked the code. We have cracked the code. Together, we've done it. Yay! Do you know what? Half of me just wants to chop off all my hair because sometimes it gets so inconvenient. But I won't because I love it. Heh. Same, Pluto. Same here, haha. Honestly, anything. Do you know, it's really awkward, like, it's kind of funny, like, me looking on the, what's it called? The iPad. I look a certain way, and then on my phone I look completely different. Anyways, it's also funny, like, because in real time, when I stop and, like, think about stuff, I see the screen and I'm, like, still talking, and I'm like, I've got plenty of time to think of something. And then I think of something, and then I look at the screen on my phone, and I'm just sitting there thinking, and I'm like, oh, do something. Just watching you be you is so relaxing. It makes me so much more hopeful for recovery. Thank you. I do have a very endearing personality. But I'm really glad that I give you hope for recovery. Yeah, thanks for your videos, they help. No problem. I'm just here to be awesome, you know. I really am just here to be awesome. Oh yeah, I've already said it, but I just wanted to reiterate. So, are there any videos that you want to see in the future? Are there any videos you want to see more of? Any videos you want to see less of? Tell me, please. I know, right? It's just so nice to see someone just normalise recovery, no quasi-funny business, just getting on with living. I know, honestly. I'm kind of excited to just, I don't know, live life. I don't know, because it's strange because I feel like I've spent the better part of my like adolescent years only thinking about food, and it's kind of overwhelming once you realise how much freedom you have in recovery. And when I say thinking about food, I don't think it's necessarily bad to think about food. I meant worrying about food, if you get what I mean. To be fair, I've always been very obsessed with food. That sounds bad, but like when I was a kid, I've always been food focused, but it's nice that I can not worry about it, if you know what I mean. What I eat in a day videos, I love those so much. I love making everything look so aesthetic. Showcase your human videos more, it's so entertaining. Thank you. I mean, I feel like I'm just one of those naturally very funny, really awesome people. And my best quality, I must say, is my modesty. I like all your videos, I guess. Just do what you want to make. Thank you. I love all types of videos. Do you know what? Do you know what's kind of annoying though? I kind of like making those longer videos, like the longer YouTube videos, that aren't shorts, if you get what I mean. But I've had less and less time to make those because now I've got work. And usually I'd make those on the weekends, right? Because I have more time. But work, it's kind of annoying. Like, for example, I've got to make, for those of you who don't know, I also have a TikTok channel. And I recently surpassed 10,000 followers on that. And I was going to make a followers choose what I eat in a day. I've actually already made a subscribers choose what I eat in a day, but I was going to make a followers choose what I eat in a day. And I need a day when I can go to Greggs, go to Gales, so I can get like sausage roll, pastry, make French toast, like buy food, like do all these different things, you know. And that a weekend, like a free weekend, would be perfect for that. But I've got work now, and it's so annoying. Agree. Do whatever makes you buzz the most. Thank you. A lot of videos make me. Well, most videos that I make, I really enjoy making, which is kind of great. I feel quite happy that I enjoy making videos, content. You're crazy. I know, right? All my friends are silent and they don't like to talk. You talk too much. It's nice. In real life, I can't think of anything to say, but for some reason on lives, I just blurt everything out. Oh my god. I have a friend, Helga. She's so talkative, which is kind of great because whenever we go on walks, my brain's just numb. I can't think of anything. And then she always talks, and it's like, thank you for doing it for me, because then I don't have to think about anything. And she just says stuff, and I'm just like listening. And then I add some input, and then she appreciates the input. And then she asks me something, and I don't have to think about it because she's already asked me something. Then I say something. It's just like such a perfect thing, you know. Do you think making videos has helped you during recovery? I think it has, because I think it's kept me quite accountable. I know that especially when I'm making what I eat in a day videos, I can't undereat, if you get what I mean. So I know that whenever I'm feeling the urge to restrict, I can always just make a what I eat in a day video. Yeah. Because like then I can't restrict, you know. Oh, I guess a lot of people have said, you do not eat what you eat in a day. You do not eat all the things that you eat in your what I eat in a day videos. But the thing is, I can't not, because I just feel so guilty if I don't, because it's like, I'm lying to people. I love listening to people. Well, you're gonna love listening to this person because she talks all the time. I word vomit when I'm nervous. It's so funny how we're all different. Yeah. What's your Instagram? What is my Instagram? Do I have an Instagram? I do have an Instagram. I haven't been on it. Or have I? No, I have been. Have I? Not as recently, but I have been on it recently. It's I Crave Yogurt. I think I just basically post the same things that I do on YouTube and TikTok. So that's great. Do you guys want to see something really cool? Oops, sorry, I nearly fell over them. Do you like this sign? Not this sign. You know what I mean. This picture that I have. It says "Welcome, foolish mortals." Sorry. Did I just witness an internal breakdown? Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Even I'm not sure. It's great. Thank you. That's sick. I know, right? Do you have over 80 followers? Do I? Yeah, I have like 82, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Love the poster. Bit of a downer question. I'm just going to appreciate the love the poster. Thank you. Very quickly before the downer question. Bit of a downer question. Do you ever get yourself triggered by irresponsible posts and videos, e.g. body checks or TMI? Irresponsible posts and videos. So in terms of body checks and stuff like that, definitely. I am somebody who is quite triggered by like different people's bodies, like especially like blatantly obvious body checking. Like I saw this one of a girl who was just like standing there to her music. Then she turned to the side and like went really close. And she was just showing her really flat stomach. That was kind of triggering. But when it comes to like what you eat in a day videos and stuff like that, when they're under eating, I personally don't find it triggering. I just find it a bit sad. But I do get really angry because I know that it's going to be very triggering for a lot of other people. So I do like to mass report them and say, how about we don't post this? So that's, yeah. Oh, another question I have. Do you have like a thing with your friends where you'll make a very specific weird noise? Because for me, that's slurping. Like I'll go up to my friend and I'll be like, but then it's kind of like, it's not even that weird to us because like I'll go and then they'll go Girls, where are you from? I'm from Russia, St. Petersburg. The UK, England. Did you ever get kind of into the pro Anna community? I did, especially on Reddit. There was this pro Anna subreddit. It's banned now, but it was there, and I would post regularly. It was just like stupid questions that I would ask, and I did. So, short questions, yeah. I never got onto like, you know, the Twitter side, which I think is kind of where it gets. Whoa. But yeah. I did. I'm glad to say I'm out of that. Like completely out of that now. Yes. Was that to the weird noises thing? Because it's not a hobby, it's a lifestyle. With my siblings. I also do that with my siblings. I do it with my siblings and my friends. Funny thing, not really. Do you know what? Never mind, I won't say. Hey. UK, England. Twinsies. It took me a thought to like, I can't, I had to think before swallowing that. That was like, that took effort. England too. We're all, well, not all, but some of us are England. UK, England, England 2, UK gal here. That's 3. That makes 4 of us. Whereabouts in England do you guys live? I live in like, wait, where do I live? Near Reading, I guess, and Bracknell. Kind of in between the two. UK gal here. Another UK gal. Lots of UK people. Do you ever think that, like, especially on YouTube, we tend to, British people tend to gravitate towards British channels? Because I know that I do. I'm subscribed to so many channels purely because they're British. In Whitworth near Manchester. Oh, nice. I live in Wokingham, which is a place near Bracknell. Me too. What the hell? Me too. Okay. London. London. You guys live in London. What's it like in London? I'm just kidding. I know what London's like. I literally went there like a little while ago. It's the humour. It has to be the humour, right? Is there like a certain British sense of humour that people have? OMG, that's weird. We live close, lol. Yeah, where? I don't want to say where because I feel like any more close than Wokingham gets a bit creepy, but like I'm curious now. Do you think maybe we've like seen each other, or maybe we haven't, but like there is a possibility that we have, and just like, I don't know, sarcasm and irony. We are quite like that. Us Brits tend to be very, actually we're very specific with our type of humour. Sarcasm unites the Brits. It kind of does. It kind of does. And the British accent just ties it all together. British people are just a community. It's true. We kind of are. It's being British isn't a hobby. It's a lifestyle. I think that's going to be my catchphrase of the day. Does anybody else like start saying a certain word or phrase a lot, like all the time, and then they stop, and then they do another one? I went through it was a really bad phase of saying basically all the time, not in an American accent, but just saying basically all the time when I was younger. I'm just gonna say it. My teacher would always be like, stop saying basically, and I was like, basically I can't. It got so bad. She told my mum, and my mum tried to stop me from saying it. Yep. Glad to see there's somebody out there going through the same thing as I am. I'm glad that we can unite in solidarity over this crazy phenomena. Also, does anybody else, when they watch a TV show, really connect with a character and then start trying to say things in their voice, or like say things that they say, or even act like they do? My current favourite is dude in an accent. Anyway, dude. I love dude. I love saying dude. Dude. Although at the moment I'm quite into saying bruh. Or broski. I say broski a lot, but that's my friend's fault because she started saying like broski. Then I started saying broski. I started saying literally, lol. I say literally anyway. Literally all the time. I say like all the time. Same. It's like literally. are like literally a lifestyle. Like, literally. Sometimes I go into random accents when I talk. Same. Like, sometimes I don't want to do an accent in case it's weird, but I do all the time. And it's really bad when I get comfortable with someone and like I pull out a random accent and they're like, you know? Do you know what? At the moment, so you know the person I was talking about, you know, like I call her my wife, you know, the friend that I'm really close with and we like flirt with each other and stuff. I call her my wife. We've gotten into this thing where sometimes I'll call her George and she'll call me Mary. And we kind of just like speak like this, you know, and we kind of trying to pretend we're like heavily religious Christians and that we're married and we have a child named Jacob. I just cringed at myself, but yeah, yar. For some reason, people's laughs rub off on me and I start laughing like them. I don't even know. Sometimes people say stuff, especially like my friend Emily, she'll say something, then I'll get really into saying something. Or like my friends will act a certain way, or like have a certain like little action that they do every now and then I'll get into it. And like each other's actions will like brush off on each other. For example, when I met Emily, I've named her. Anyway, when I met Emily, she would just like laugh like a normal person, like and then I started laughing like wheezing when I laugh, and now she does it too. And I remember this one time we said something really funny, and then I was wheezing so hard that I had to sit down in the middle of the pavement, and I was just like rocking back and forth, and then she did the same thing, and ever since we've been doing that whenever we laugh really hard. Also, my brother, his actions rub off on me. He started crying whenever he laughs, like, you know, when you laugh so hard you cry, and now I've started doing it. I cried the other day at school because I found something so funny. Forget bruh. Bruh is where it's at. Wait, how would you say that? Like, bruh. It's not yas, it's yarsh. I'm sorry. That's beautiful. It's so funny though. It is so funny. No. Does anybody else do that thing? I'm pretty sure everybody does this. No. Emma, Cleo, the condensation. Every opportunity I have, I will take it to say that. When I become closer with someone, I start doing the weirdest stuff, like doing accents or just randomly dancing. It's so embarrassing. Oh, do not be embarrassed, because if you're embarrassed, that means I have to be embarrassed. Please. We shouldn't be embarrassed. We shouldn't be embarrassed about who we are. You look like the characters in the reading book. Ooh, what does that mean? No, the wheezing, sometimes I feel like I can't breathe. Literally, it's like, you know when it's just such an intense laugh that you physically just, I curl over and I'm like, not like, but I'm like properly wheezing. It's so funny. I wish I had a cute laugh, but let's face it, people, there's no such thing. I snort. Same, like, I kind of wish I laughed like, like a normal person. I wheeze. I'm like, sorry, I can't not. It's not a hobby, it's a lifestyle. It's not damn, it's damn! No, same. Sorry if that was really loud, by the way. Do you know what? I don't apologise. Damn! Anyway, yes, all the time. I feel like you've never lived if you don't spring into Aussie mode. Don't you say condensation? I did it then. Condensation. Not the snorting, lol. I've only ever snorted once. I kind of feel jealous of people that snort, because in a weird way, I kind of think that snorting is kind of cute. Also, is there any such thing as a normal laugh? Because I feel like everyone has like a weird thing that they do when they laugh. Yeah, Mum?
You have to be quiet, love. The kids are trying to sleep.
Oh, sorry. I'll try and be more quiet.
No, you need to stop talking now, please. Turn it off.
Okay, I'll turn it off in like 5 minutes.
No, turn it off now, please. The children are trying to sleep.
Okay. So I guess I'm gonna have to whisper a bit more. I just giggle completely silently. People think I'm having a seizure or something. No, a lot of time I'll just be like bobbing up and down, like violently convulsing, but I'm actually just laughing. I feel you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to shush you. Kind of scared now. Sometimes I just feel like I have to laugh in certain situations and my fake laugh is absolutely atrocious. My fake laugh is yeah, I can't act out my fake laugh because I'm scared my mum's gonna be like, turn that off. Can you guys hear me? I'm scared you can't hear me. Yes, same. By the way, do you follow back on Instagram? Sometimes. My laugh changes every week, to be honest. All my mannerisms and like my laughs, everything, they change every other week. Mostly dependent on the character that I'm basing my life off from a Netflix series. Someone called me out for my fake laugh the other day. It was so embarrassing. Wanted to cry. I'm so sorry. You know, that sounds so insincere when I'm whispering. What things do you just randomly find really embarrassing? For me, it's using an umbrella for some reason. A lot of things. I can't think of anything right now, but a lot of things. Oops. A lot of things. I don't think I can think of anything. I randomly find putting my shoes on really embarrassing. Oh, I find doing my laces up embarrassing. I definitely do, but I can't think of anything. You know, it's like when you know you do, but you can't think of it, if you get what I mean. I can't think of it. I can't think of anything. I'm looking around my room as if something's gonna jog my memory. Yes, haha, I find walking embarrassing. Walking into a populated place. No, walking into a classroom. Oh, I hate that. I hate walking in when you're just like a little bit late and everybody's already like sat there, almost doing the work. That's really embarrassing. Or getting to a place too late or too early. You've got to find that like middle ground. but it's so hard to find middle ground. This hair is just... Oh, and your stomach be sounding like a whole combine harvester in the morning at school and it's quiet. You're like in the middle of maths and everybody's just like doing the work. You know, like when the teacher's like, okay, you do these questions and everybody does them. Then all of a sudden it's like... No, literally, my stomach in GCSEs did be so dirty. It was actually bad. It is actually bad. In GCSEs, I had a big breakfast though. Yeah, during my GCSEs, I remember very specifically, I was like, I'm going to fuel up really well. And I did. I mean, not enough, but like an okay amount. Not an okay amount. Enough so that my stomach didn't growl. And enough so that I could focus, but still not enough. But now I know that during my A-levels, I'm going to be like super prepared. Now the thing is, even when I eat sufficiently, my stomach still growls. I think a lot of the time when you're just like digesting stuff, the stomach likes to let you know, like, can we not? That gets kind of annoying. I know, right? Like it pisses me off. SMMN. I know, it's like, where does it get the audacity to digest? Like, can we not? Sorry, I keep on like doing that, but it's my hair. Have you started celebrating Xmas yet? No. When do you guys think Christmas starts? Because for me it's firmly December the 1st. I don't know when I'm gonna watch my first Christmas movie. Sorry. I'm gonna watch my first Christmas movie. I know, I feel like midway through December is a decent time for me. But you see, I'm very particular in the way with Christmas, because like as I get older, I feel like it's losing its magic, so I want to preserve as much of that magic as possible, right? So I want to decrease the window that Christmas is in, so it feels even more special when it happens, you know? Christmas started as soon as Halloween passed. You see, I can't get behind that, because then I kind of feel desensitized to like the festive spirit, if that makes sense. Because like, if I already start at like November, then all my Christmas joy and spirit has been used up. Christmas starts December 1st for me too. You're right. You have the correct opinion. For some reason, I'm not feeling the festivities right now, lol. I feel like some snow would help, but you know, I feel like global warming's kind of like ruined that. Also, is it just me who stopped getting advent calendars like ages ago? Do you know what? My mum is so persistent that we're going to get a stocking and an advent calendar. I'm not allowed to not get an advent calendar. Although I did see some really cool ones at Sainsbury's. So, you know, if you kind of want to get back into advent calendars, I do recommend Sainsbury's. Oh my god, my hair, I'm sorry. It's kind of annoying. Christmas is an endless supply for me. That's so lucky, because I do tend to kind of get bored of stuff. Well, I feel personally attacked. You should. I'm joking. Lol. Are you going into school tomorrow? If so, what classes do you have? Yeah, I am. I have my timetable like up here. I'll just be 1 second. I think I've got geography, physics, and maths. All 3 of my A levels. Oh, and a community service. Strangely enough, English community service, first period. The thing is, because I got 2 9s, because I scored my highest GCSEs were in English. Could you tell with my amazing, fluent, eloquent language right now? I can't speak. But I scored the highest in English, and my teachers are like, it'll be such a waste if you, because I took maths, geography, and physics for A level, right? And even though I actually scored the lowest in physics and maths, no, not physics and maths, physics and maths and geography, I scored really well in physics. But yeah, but they were like, it'll be a waste. So I'm doing community service, as in like helping out in lessons in English. So that's pretty great. Have you ever tried the fudge brownie ice cream from Ben & Jerry's? It's one of my favourites. No, I haven't, and I really want to. Can you send me some, please? I'm joking, but like, I really want to. Yes, chemistry, biology, maths, and psychology. Ooh, interesting selection, but that seems like it really works together. Basically a full day. Oh, I hate it when I have 5 lessons, because that's basically how many I used to have, and I love how many free periods I have now. I go home during most of them. I go home. Do you know what? I got into this really big thing, like a big, not a phase, but it kind of was a phase. Like where every single free period I would go home and make pancakes. I love Haagen-Dazs ice cream. Same. I love Haagen-Dazs salted caramel. That's a 10 out of 10 for me. Hi, your hair is so pretty. Thank you. I have biology, food, maths, and chemistry. Nice. Those also seem like they work together quite well. What grade are you in? I don't know the equivalent because I'm in year 12 in the UK, but I do know that I'm 16, so turning 17 this year, so not this year, next year. Ignore me. I'm just rambling on about stuff I don't know. Yum, pancakes. They're super yum. Wow, I'm making that a thing. I want pancakes so bad now. It's really fun because like I kind of feel like it's a big FU to a full day of school, you know, because it's like I have a free between maths and physics, so I'm gonna go home and make pancakes. Ooh, okay. I love pancakes and peanut butter. Ooh, I used to have a drizzleable peanut butter that I drizzled on pancakes, but then I didn't use it for a while, and then I tried using it recently. And the oil and peanut butter had separated, and it wouldn't squeeze out. It wouldn't drizzle. So I haven't had peanut butter on pancakes in quite a while. I don't know why, but I feel like using regular peanut butter on pancakes just isn't the same. But I need to get over that. Might as well. I mean, it is the same, but it's just so fun to drizzle it on with the little drizzle thing. What's your favourite pancakes topping? What are your favourite pancake toppings, guys? Wow, you could definitely tell that I did my best in English. Yeah. Personally, I really like either a chocolate drizzle or I kind of like maple syrup, but I kind of like something I used to do when my mum would make crepes when we were younger. I would always have it with yeah, somebody just said lemon and sugar. Like lemon and sugar is great, but what I used to do was have Nutella and lemon. As weird as it sounds, it worked. Are you excited for the World Cup soccer? I'm not a very big sports person. Like I don't really follow many sports on like TV and stuff. I feel like melted peanut butter works well. I can't put peanut butter in the microwave. So it just reminded me of something last live. How would you melt peanut butter? Because I feel like I can't put it in the microwave after my last live. With blueberries in the pancake as well. Ooh. Oh my god, do you know what? Do you know what would be really nice if you made like lemon and blueberry pancakes with like a drizzle on top? Because that would kind of remind me of one of those lemon and blueberry muffins. Do you know, I've had a few ideas for pancakes recently. I really want to make cinnamon roll pancakes. Like, you know, with like a cinnamon swirl on them, and then I want to put like the cinnamon roll topping on top of them. That would be so good. For pancake toppings, definitely banana and peanut butter. I love banana and peanut butter as a combo, but I rarely have it for some reason. I mean, I know I like it, but I'm rarely in the mood for it, if you know what I mean. I've tried jam on pancakes, so delicious. Me too. Not this again. Reliving burnt PV trauma. Guys, quick PSA. Don't put peanut butter in the microwave, and don't burn your peanut butter. Wow, that sounds so good. I'm such a creative person. Another idea I had was making a load of pancakes, and then in between each pancake I would put, you know, like those little blocks of chocolate you get. Basically any regular block of chocolate. I want to put like a block of chocolate there, and then another pancake, and then a block of chocolate, and then a pancake, because then it would like melt, and you'd get like a chocolate layer in between each pancake, and I think that would be really cool. So yeah, I think that would be great. I think mixing coconut oil with peanut butter helps with burning. I tried melted peanut butter in a restaurant, so I didn't know how they did it. I feel like I've seen that hack somewhere. Anybody on TikTok here? Have you ever seen or heard of Tracer's Oats? Because I saw him do that with like chocolate before. So that might work with peanut butter. You're onto something though. Do you like Milka or Cadbury better? How dare you ask that question? I can't possibly pick. No, I like Cadbury for the actual chocolate, but I like Milka for like the unique flavors of bars they have, if you get what I mean. Like, I like them both for different reasons. But that's a really hard question. Milka salted caramel. I love salted caramel. I love salted caramel so much. Such a peak chocolate. It is such a peak chocolate. Sorry, I feel like my hair's getting in the way again. That was very normal. Very normal of me. Do you know what's funny? On every live, and well, most lives and videos I do, I wear my hair down, but in real life, I rarely wear it down because I find it's just so. It just gets in my way, you know? I have never tried milk. What do you think is the first flavour I should try? Or do you mean Milka? Sorry, because I feel like most people have tried milk before. If you do mean Milka, I did try a trio caramel bar, which was very interesting. It had like 3 different fillings. There was like liquid caramel, and then there was like a caramel mousse, and then there was like crunchy pieces of caramel inside of it. That was really interesting. I have yet to try. I got this when I was in Madeira, but I got a Milka bar, but it was like Chips Ahoy. So there's like supposed to be cookie inside of it. like Chips Ahoy cookie. I can't recommend it because obviously I haven't tried it, but if it's good, I will recommend it. OMG, I've had that one. How was it? Did it actually taste like proper Chips Ahoy cookie? Forgot that existed. Excuse me. To be honest, it was mildly disappointing. In what way? Can you like explain what it was like? Like it was nice. Okay. But I had such high hopes. Ah, and it fell short of your expectations. I hate it when something just like I guess it is kind of my fault, but a lot of the time I think, wow, this is gonna be so good. I mean, it's alright, but it's not what I expected. It didn't reach my expectations. Maybe my expectations are too high, but wow, cookie chocolate sounds cool. It does sound cool, and I need to try it soon. Do you prefer sweet or savoury foods? That's such an easy question for me. Sweet foods, because I don't know why, I love sweet foods. Although recently I have been like really craving savoury foods in the morning, which is strange for me, but definitely sweet overall. If I were to only be able to have one or the other, it would be sweets. Sweet foods. Yeah, LMAO. I kind of think it is my fault though, because a lot of the time I do expect things to be way better than they are, and then I get disappointed. Yeah, I just feel like it is my fault sometimes. Sweet unless it's noodles, then noodles. Ooh. What type of noodles are we talking? Are you guys sweet or savoury people? Singapore rice noodles from Tesco. I could probably try those because we have a Tesco near us. We rarely go to it though, which is kind of a shame because I do have some ice creams that we don't have in my local like Morrison's and Waitrose, but I could in theory get those. Do you know what's really funny? Even at the height of my eating disorder, like when I was super like under eating and not like feeling super weak, I was still the strongest out of all of my friends. Do you know what? I think I've got good genetics for strength. I think this sounds like such a crappy flex, but I can lift up my dad. That sounds weird, sorry. Ignore me. But hear me out. My friends, they I can lift them up, but they can't lift me up. Now that doesn't say much, but I feel like that gives me such an ego boost. That was completely off tangent. Sorry. I know, same, like I just love sweet food. I think I could eat sugar for every meal with water. Have you guys tried black bean noodles? Those are so good. No, I haven't. Like, is that a dish or is that something that you make with a dish? Like, put in a dish. That's what I meant, sorry. Same. I could deadlift 100 kilograms even at my lowest. Oh my god. I've never tried a deadlift, but I feel like I'd be really good at them. I don't know why. I feel like I'd be good at them. Oh my god, funny thing. So, during lockdown, I wasn't allowed to exercise, right? But then I would still attend PE classes so that my attendance would still be like decent, right? Like the Zoom classes. And there was this one time when my teacher was like, guys, I'm giving you a plank challenge. Like, you're gonna have to plank for as long as you can. And yeah, we'll put the winner on the school newspaper thing. And I was like, I may as well try this. I got 5 minutes and 7 seconds and I won, right? So there's this guy who also goes to the gym at my school. He did it too, and he got 5 minutes and 4 seconds. I beat him. Jones. No, but seriously, I was so proud of myself. So proud of myself. Black bean noodles are also very, very good. I want to try those now. Where'd you get them from? I feel like I'm switching between two conversations, but sometimes I just remember things and I want to regurgitate them. Sorry, I thought my mum was telling me to. It was nothing. I had a binge eating disorder and I'm recovering from it, but I had such an ego boost when I could carry my 5'9" cousin. 5'9" cousin. My cousin's like 5'10". I bet I could carry her. That was a weird thing to say. I know, right? But seriously, like, feats of strength, they're just like such an ego boost, especially when people are like, oh wow, you're strong. It's like, I'm strong. Oh wow, I'm strong. Thank you. One of the best feelings, honestly. One of the best feelings. Yo, that's a lot. Another thing that I'm really into right now is just going, or like, yes, my strength is such a flex. Such a flex. Such a flex. I don't have any visible muscles, but same. Sorry. Ignore that. I'm just being weird. Triceps. Do you know what? I keep on saying, do you know what? But seriously, do you know what? There's this guy at my school, at my sixth form, sorry. He goes to the gym and he's like kind of buff. He's like kind of strong. And every day I see him walking back from the gym and I'm like so jealous of him. Like, when can I go? Because I feel like my genetic potential is so great. Like, I could be such a great lifter, you know? And I feel like it's just such a waste if I don't. Like, I bet I could be so good. How do you get better at plank? I can't get past 40 seconds, but I'm not a weak person. Maybe I can't carry my body weight. Do you know what? I used to be obsessed with doing planks. I used to like do one every day for like a minute, and then I worked to 2 minutes. And then it got so easy when I was doing it at like 4 minutes that I started doing a raised plank on my bed. Like, I would lift my legs up on the edge of my bed and do a raised plank, and that was really hard at like 1 minute. Then it became easier. Then I did it for 2 minutes. Then I reached like 3 minutes, and then I started doing 4 minutes, and this was like every day in the morning. And then I stopped all of a sudden. Nowadays I'm doing like a raised plank for just 2 minutes, like once every other week, just because, you know, my core strength needs to be maintained. But obviously I wouldn't recommend doing it every day. Like, that's bad advice. It was such a slow progression because I was doing it every day, and I didn't give myself a chance to like repair my core or whatever, because I continued to like rip the muscles or whatever. Micro tears, guys. That's how your body builds muscles. You get those micro tears, and then they're repaired, but stronger. Yeah, sorry, complete tangent. Sorry about that. But I'm doing it like every other week, like once, and I'm finding like it's getting easier. So I feel like not doing it too often. Obviously, you have to find what works for you, but that's just what works for me. Like, I don't know. Maybe I can't carry my body weight. Do you know what? A lot of I found that people are either like very good at body weight or very good at free weights. Just something I found. Like I know people who can like bicep curl so much, but they can't do a push-up. Actually, that might just be something to do with biceps and triceps rather than body weight and weight, but you get what I mean, right? There are some people whose skills are just more inclined towards weight or more inclined towards body weight. I don't know. I like how this turned from like me eating ice cream into us talking about like planks and weightlifting. So great. If I start to get like a bit weird, it's just the evening. Like I get kind of, if you know what I mean, in the evening. Ooh, thanks for the advice. No problem. That's what I'm here for, giving advice about how to do the plank. I love these lives, they're always such a vibe. I'm so good at making a vibe, you know? You know what? I am a vibe. I feel like my entire personality is just a vibe. If you keep on hearing, I don't know if you can hear that, that's my chair, it's just... It's just my chair. You are the vibe, LMAO. I know, right? It's true, guys. I am the vibe. But you know what? I feel like I get more vibey as the day goes on. In the morning, I'm just so timid and like I can't do anything. And I have no personality. And in the evening, I'm just this kind of vibrant personality. That's me. I can do a lot in the gym, but I can't do body mass exercise. I feel like because I don't do anything in the gym, I don't know, but I can do lots of push-ups. Well, I can't do lots of push-ups, but I can do a few push-ups, so that's good. No worries, be as silly as you want. Thank you. I am a little bit silly. Do you know what I find really funny? I'm on gym talk. Sorry, you know, like on TikTok when a lot of people say like gym talk, food talk, whatever talk. Like, I'm also on the gym side of TikTok. A lot of women I see when they flex, there are a lot of men in the comments saying like, "That's not impressive. That's so lame." And I find it so funny because my friends, they find it impressive when I flex. Like, what is there to flex? Do you know what? I feel like I might have a bit of definition, but I feel like it's more from an imbalance of leanness. Like I'm more lean in my upper body than my lower body, so I feel like it's easier to like see definition in the upper body. But anyway, my friends are impressed by that, and that's kind of... Don't know where I'm going with this. Don't know where I'm going with a lot of these conversations, but yeah, they are. That makes me sound so vain. It's not like they're like impressed, but do you know what I mean? They're surprised. Surprised, I guess. Do you know what? Sometimes it makes me nervous when you guys don't comment because I feel like you're all just like, what? I mean, you're probably not, but it's not the destination, it's the journey that counts, LMO. True. Yes, I get you. Good. Do you know what? That's my tricep, guys. Look at that. That's my It's not very impressive, but it is my tricep. Oh, do you know what's really bad? My downs. You know when we were talking about like weird habits that we've got? I'm real into flexing right now. But not just any flexing. I'll be like, you know, like proper bodybuilder style flexing. But I'll do it all the time at home. And my mum gets so annoyed whenever I flex. She's like, stop it, what are you doing? But the thing is, my downstairs lighting is so great. Like, I feel like it just makes me look so strong. I feel like friends assume I'm like so frail, so when they see I actually have definition, it surprises them. My friends just think I'm like average, and then I pull out these massive guns. They're not massive. Then I pull out these massive guns, and they're like, "What?" It's just my upper body. Like my legs get all the fat. My upper body, it's just doomed to never be. Well, I hope it's not doomed. I'm hoping to put some mass on there, but other than that. Throughout my entire, for the past ages now, it's just been very defined because of that, you know. Haha, yep, I just randomly flex for no reason. It's so fun. Because my downstairs lighting, it's like, it makes my biceps, not my biceps, my triceps pop. Because, do you know what's really funny? Whenever I flex like this, like, it doesn't look very impressive from the sides, but from the front, I feel like it kind of makes me look a bit strong, you know? Angles, guys, angles. So that's pretty great. Do you know, one thing I am kind of insecure about is my arms, because I feel like they look so different from different angles. Like, can you see this? Like, my biceps, not my, oh, I keep on saying biceps, my triceps, they look kind of strong from this angle. Then like from the side, it's like, they don't. Like, can you just pick, are you strong, are you not? Don't stress about that. Your weight will start to redistribute when it's ready. Oh god, I hope so, because it's all going to my upper thighs. I just feel like it's just very imbalanced right now, but I'm trusting the process. I'm trusting the process. You like jazz? I'm sorry. I feel like I've gone from evening mood to evening mood. Oh god, yet again, when people don't comment, it just makes me feel like you're like, what are you doing? Rosa, what is that? What are you doing? The truth is, this is my personality, guys. This is my personality. I try my hardest to seem normal. Giddy mode activated. That is a very good descriptor. I get evening drunk, guys. I get evening drunk because yeah. It does make me wonder what I'm going to be like if I ever get drunk. Am I going to be like this, or am I going to be like even more? Oh, I just had hiccups. Or am I going to be even more like this? As I said, I'm going to a party with alcohol, my first one next weekend, so I might find out. Although I'm kind of scared of alcohol, because, like, I don't know. It's like, it still seems like such a mature beverage to drink that, you know, I'm still kind of scared of it. Don't stress about, oh wait, no, sorry, so stressing LMAO, your personality is so fun. Thank you. Ah, same. I've got to stop doing that. Do you know the worst thing? I can only do that with one eyebrow, I can't do it with the other. when I try and do it with the other, it's like I can't do it with the other. It's so annoying. Can I just check something? Every now and then I do a check to see whether I can wiggle my ears or not. I'm just gonna do that now. Wait. I don't even know. I can't do it at all. No, most of my friends can't. Do you know what? I'm just lucky I can do it. I'm lucky I can do it with just one, you know. It means I can make the best faces. Like I remember putting an all-nighter in primary school, trying to do it and just not succeeding. Did anybody else go through like a phase where you were trying to see whether you were hypermobile and like whether you could do that the thing and like seeing how flexible you were, stuff like that? So I went, oh my god, I got really good at being flexible. I could do like the splits on both legs. I could do the over splits on my right leg. I could do like a really great back bend. I was like super flexible, and then I stopped, and now I can't even do the splits on one leg. Welcome to my life, where I try things and they don't work out. Or sometimes I get like I get obsessed with something, and then I get really good at it. Then all of a sudden I just drop it for no reason whatsoever. Like with My Little Pony, I went through a massive phase, like the biggest My Little Pony phase in the world. Me and my friend, like I was so engrossed with it. Everything in my life I wanted to be My Little Pony. And then all of a sudden my friend, he just dropped My Little Pony and he was like, oh, I feel like we're too old for that now. It was just like out of the blue, like nowhere. Like the day before we were playing Equestria Girls, like in the playground. Then all of a sudden he was like, I think we're a bit too old for it. And I was like, yeah, I think I am. And I was just like, I went back to my room and it was full of My Little Pony stuff, full of My Little, like my search history, full of My Little Pony stuff, my watch history, literally every single video, My Little Pony. And I just dropped My Little Pony. How? I loved it so much. Very soon I realised I have zero flexibility. That was like my friend Emily, because I tried to get her into it too, and I would like show her how to like stretch, but I just don't think genetically she's a very stretchy person. Like she never really got into it anyway, so obviously I don't want to make her pursue it, so she just dropped it. Oh god, why is it always that bit of my hair that just slips down? Do you know what? Can I tell you guys a secret? But you're gonna have to promise not to tell anyone. You know, this live is going to be recorded and it's going to be like permanently on my YouTube channel forever, but I don't care. Can I tell you guys a secret? Why do I now want to watch My Little Pony? Now I've got it on my watch list, my watch later list on Netflix. I can tell that I'm gonna watch it again soon. But so during my Little Pony phase, so you know how on the internet there's always like a dark version of a TV show, right? Especially like when the fandom. So obviously, like when you go past like that iceberg, you know internet icebergs. Well, once you get past all those ships, like Flutterdash, Appleshy, stuff like that. After that, you get to like the Rainbow Factory and Cupcakes and stuff like that, like dark My Little Pony stories, like fan-made stuff, right? I was obsessed with them. There was like Smile HD. There was this video that I was like obsessed with, and I would show it to everyone, and I would be like, "It's so surprising what happens in it." Spoiler alert: Pinkie Pie is crazy, and she kills all the other ponies. Sorry, I sound like a madman. I sound like a madman when I'm talking about this, but I got into the dark side of the fandom. Excuse my 8-year-old little hobby. but this was like when I was 11 years old. 8 to 11. If you say I'm too old, I was too old for My Little Pony, you are wrong. But I was like deep into My Little Pony, so deep into it. I would listen to these, like, you know, like little audio stories, but like for the dark My Little Pony stories, right? And oh my god, and there was this other one, like, and it wasn't, it was so niche, but it was like a popular niche. And Cupcakes, there was like this whole series where Pinkie Pie and her sisters team up, and then for some reason Apple Bloom, like Applejack's little sister, got involved. It was so crazy because they were just like slicing ponies up to put them in cupcakes and eat them, and then like Ponyville, you know, the town in My Little Pony, it got like super worried. Not on the show obviously, but like in this series, and like eventually they were found out, but then they escaped from prison, and there was this whole thing, and it was like, it was mad. Oh my god, and Rainbow Factory. So that was the one with Pinkie Pie. Then there was the one with Rainbow Dash. And then this was the one where like the Pegasi pony are actually like, basically they drained ponies like colour or whatever to make the rainbow, and then they would like, yeah, and that would basically, yeah, end the pony's life. Do you see how deep into this I was? Do you see how engrossed I was with this, the whole the My Little Pony lore, like the whole fan, everything, the fan made videos. Oh my god, I remember there was this, the worst game, looking back now, the worst game I've ever played was this one where you downloaded it, alright, and there was this pony, not a pony, you basically picked a pony and you would, I liked it because it reminded me of Cupcakes, like the Dark show, the Dark fan-made series, and you would like, I know this is terrifying, I know, I don't know why I was into this, but it was just something I was into. I would never dream of liking that kind of thing nowadays. Like, I promise, this is not me. I don't actually like these things, but I did. Like, I never wanted to do that stuff, obviously, but like, it was an obsession. This is the thing that prompted my mum to put me on the wait list for an autism diagnosis. I'm still on there now, if that tells you the state of the NHS, but that's the thing that prompted her to do that, right? And yeah, it was just so, you know what, I'm not even going to finish talking about that game because it is so twisted. I'm not even going to get into it. Anyway, after dropping that bomb, I don't think I can move on after dropping that bomb. I'm just remembering so many things. Oh my god, yeah, I remember there was this part of Cupcakes where I think there was like this side plot where one of Applejack's cousins or whatever, this was, you know, like in a film when they have like a little side story, this was one of those, right, for the Cupcake series, and oh no, cry, oh no indeed, and basically, like, there was this girl who was being bullied, and you know, she wanted to get revenge, and you know how like apple seeds, once crushed up, they have like cyanide and stuff in them. Well, she was like using that as revenge, if you get what I mean. And you can't leave it there. Do you know what? I'll get back to it. Just remind me once I've gotten through this. But she used that, the apple seeds, to get revenge, and I was obsessed with that. I started collecting apple seeds. I think I still have the thing with the apple seeds in it. I think I still have it. I don't think I ever got rid of those apple seeds. So I went through this massive phase, right, where I was just eating apple all the time, and I would like collect the seeds and put them in my thing. And it wasn't even like I was going to use it as like poison. I just wanted to feel like that character, if you get what I mean. I was just such a weird child. And I think I still have a collection of apple seeds. in a little pot. I think I still have it. I didn't like intend to use them for anything dark, right? I just collected them so I could feel special. Not special. That sound. Oh my god. You know, this is gonna make me. This is making me sound so crazy. But I promise, I was just a weird child obsessed with weird stuff. Is it behind my thing? No, not behind my thing. Just checking. Do you know what? I might actually see if I can have it. If I can have it. If I have it. Let me just be a sec. Where would I put it? By the way, I'm about to get up. I'm wearing this regular top and pajama bottoms, so don't be weirded out if you just see my Aggretsuko pajama bottoms, okay? Because this is just, I just really want to see if I have it, okay? I don't know if I have it, but I swear I kept it. I swear I kept it. Oh my god, it's here. Oh my gosh. I put it in this little kind of like puzzle box so my mum wouldn't find it. Because you know that's how into this I was. Let me see if I can remember how to open it. Oh my god. Why are there pecans in there? Oh yeah. There are also pecans in there. Oh yeah, because sorry, this is an eating disorder thing, but I hid a load of my nuts, not a load of my nuts, in there because I was trying to avoid eating them. Anyway, I wouldn't do that now, but I did. Let me just take these out and I can show you all my apple seeds. I'm surprised they're not rotting. I can't believe I still have this. I can't believe I didn't get rid of this. This is from like years ago. Okay. So this is like how many I have. Oh, it fell out. My dad's over there. Please tell me you didn't. Oh my lord. Clearly I did. OMG, your main character moment. No, sorry. For sentimental reasons, I might just keep this. I feel like I can't throw it away now. That's like... That's like childhood memory stuff now. Can't believe... So, did anybody else have any obsessions like that? Forever a part of you. It will be. I got obsessed with Pinkie Pie as well because I remember I would always like try and speak like her and act like her, like all bubbly and bouncy. And then I went through a phase of being like Fluttershy. I'm still waiting for the Twisted Game explanation anime. I'm so scared that I'm gonna get banned for talking about it because it was that dark. But I'm gonna do it anyway. So, you have a pony and you would like harm it in different ways. And it reminded me so much of cupcakes. And the thing is, you would name the pony. You would name the pony. And I think that's the worst part. You would give it a name. It's because I remember playing that and feeling like, oh, I'm like Pinkie Pie. And then I remember a few years later, I tried to download it and it was gone from the App Store. Like, clearly somebody was right in the mind and they were like, what is this game? Let's remove it. I can't believe that was a game. And I'm not imagining it, right? I showed my friend. And I asked him recently. Not recently, but like a year back when I was like trying to see if it was still in the App Store. And he said, yeah, I remember that game. You showed me. Why would I show him? Oh my god. I love how you guys are learning more things about me now. I promise I'm not like that anymore. I was obsessed. I was very obsessed. Convincing. I was just thinking, how old are these nuts? At least a year old. Do you know what I find interesting about a walnut? It kind of looks like it has veins. Interesting. So, any other questions you guys have? They always remind me of little lungs. They do. Little lungs. I don't know why. I know why. Because that kind of reminds me of, you know, like the bone bit, like behind the lung. And then these remind me of like the lung. I don't want to call them lung flaps. Lung bags. The bags. Do you know what? Lungs are a lot smaller than I thought. It's kind of funny. Yeah, as I said, any other questions, feel free to ask them. I'll probably answer anything at this point of the evening. I'm very swishy. Sorry, my friend was texting me. So, yeah, as I said, I actually know I haven't said this, but I might have to stop the live before it reaches 200 minutes because every other time it's reached like 240 minutes, and I kind of want to cap that just a little bit, so we still got like 35 minutes left. But you know, maybe we'll finish before then, maybe we won't. But yeah, I don't want it to be too long because usually it's like really long. Do you support LGBT community? I do. I am part of LGBT community. So if I did not support it, that would be sad. Did you do any more disturbing things as a child? LMAO. Probably, yeah. I licked a slug. It's not quite as disturbing as the whole MLP thing. MLP meaning My Little Pony thing. Did I do anything else? If I did something disturbing, it was probably due to My Little Pony. Because it was such a critical part of my childhood. My god, why is my hair like this? I'm gonna need to think about that. Good evening. What A-level subjects did you choose? Geography, maths, and physics. I'm currently making the decision, but I have no experience with the UK school system. A-levels are quite a step up from previous education. That's what I found. I'm never going to look at My Little Pony the same way again. Me neither, to be frank. I can't see it as just like a light-hearted TV show. It was my obsession. It was something I got so grotesquely obsessed with that I think it's quite disturbing, honestly. I'm having some like really weird memories being resurfaced right now. You know, like when you feel like you get some memories that you thought were just so deep in your conscience that you never thought they'd ever really come back. Sorry, I'm just thinking now. So weird. Yes. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I get like right now I'm having memories and like I completely forgot about that, you know? And it's weird to think like that actually happened. Wow, that actually happened. I get such random ones as well. Yeah. Do you know what? Sometimes I'll see or do something that just randomly jogs my memory and it's just like, oh my god, that happened. And it's weird because, you know, it's just such a weird thing that would have happened. But remember everything so specifically. Do you know what? I could probably recall all those My Little Pony things, but I do not want to because they're so gruesome and disgusting. You know, it's weird because as much as I think that's so wrong and disgusting now, I also feel like very nostalgic. And it's almost like in a positive way because I was so weirdly obsessed with it, I didn't really have any worries outside of it, you know, it was kind of like that was my life. I didn't have to worry about anything else. And it kind of feels nice, you know, like having an obsession that you can just hook onto. It was my blood, it was like my life source at that point because nothing mattered outside of My Little Pony. I know, it's just weird. I've been told I have weirdly specific memory too. I blame it on being neurodivergent, lol. Yeah, I swear, I know that a lot of neurodivergent people, especially one of my best friends, he's got autism. Sometimes he'll say just like the weirdest thing. Because the thing is, we were so close growing up. Both of us, we were just as obsessed with My Little Pony. Like this guy, I was more obsessed with it. But we kind of egged each other on a bit. And he sometimes he just recalls the biggest, most traumatic, not even traumatic, just like the biggest thing that almost feels traumatic, and he'll just say it, and I'll be like, you know, it's mad. How are you? I'm good. I'm just remembering a lot of strange childhood memories right now. Around Christmas time is really nostalgic to me. I remember the Christmas that I received like so much My Little Pony merchandise. Sorry. I can quote entire episodes from certain shows. It's wild. I feel that so much. I can sing this very specific My Little Pony song that was in one of these episodes. It was like this one with Queen Chrysalis and Cadence. Slay, we love My Little Pony. But I loved it. It was, oh my god. Wait, Jelly Toast, you've only joined recently, right? Have you heard? Did you hear me talking about how obsessed I was with My Little Pony, like all the dark stuff that I got into? Just let me know, because I'd feel happy, you know, explaining it to you again. If you didn't. Slay, same, sing it please. I can't sing it because my parents have like shushed me several times. Oof. Come on every pony, smile, smile, smile. Fill my heart up with sunshine, sunshine. All I really need is smile, smile, smile from my happy friends of mine. Do you know what? If you started off every single My Little Pony song, if you like gave me a prompt, I would be able to sing it word from word. I'm kind of shaking right now because I feel like all those memories that I'm getting back, they're just so intense, like so like detailed. Do you know what? Another My Little Pony game that I had that was nowhere near as dark as that. I just remember like this crystal pony game. Like I'd have to avoid the spikes and collect these diamonds, and I loved that game. Another memory, Flufflepuff. Do you know what? In case you don't know who I'm talking about, let me get a picture. Puff. Another fan-made thing. So this was a fan-made pony. So you've probably heard that song, Pink Fluffy Unicorns Dancing on Rainbows. So this is the pony. I got obsessed with her. You guys know what ships are, right? Because I shipped her with Queen Chrysalis, one of the villains from My Little Pony, because they are polar opposites, right? And of course, like there was this whole opposites attract thing with My Little Pony shippers. Anyway, yeah, like pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbow, that kind of thing. I was obsessed with her, right? I remember like this whole thing between her and Queen Chrysalis, because there was this fan-made account. Let me see if I can find it. This fan-made account which was dedicated to their ship. Flufflepuff Tales, that was it. So, oops, let me try and find it. I don't think it's focusing very well, but like, oh my god. Like, all these little episodes and stuff. Just obsessed. Absolutely obsessed. It's mad. OMG, yes. Because the Flufflepuff thing was actually quite popular. Like, these videos had like millions of views. So I don't think that's too niche. I feel like even people who weren't into My Little Pony had at some point watched those. I'm getting memories of that too. Wow. You know, I have this very specific memory. When I was younger, I used to love playing just My Little Pony, but my friend Jay, he liked playing Equestria Girls. And I remember this one specific memory where I was like, can we play Applejack and Fluttershy? And like I was just like listing out the characters, and he was like, but I kind of want to play Equestria Girls. And I was like, but I want to play ponies. Oh my lord, I've not seen that account in so long. Same, I only just remembered it now. OMG, Equestria Girls. Equestria Girls. Do you know what's funny? Do you know, I feel like there are a few new people who've joined, but random person, you were here, right? So, you know, when I was talking about how I have a friend who I'm like really flirty with, ironically, and like I call her my wife. We're planning on having a sleepover and binge watching like all 3 Equestria Girls movies. Marianne, I feel like you're an Applejack girl. When I was younger, I was such a Pinkie Pie, and then I tried to be a Fluttershy, but it wasn't the real me. And now I'm thinking, like, I have to be Applejack. You know, like when you randomly do an accent, it's usually like an Applejack style accent. It's either that or I know, Cleo, or like Emma, Cleo, the condensate. It's either that or that, you know. Yes, I love that. Oh my God, I'm sorry, my hair is just. She's true wife material. True wifey material. You have Pinkie Pie energy though, especially in the evenings. You probably weren't here when I was talking about it, but at the start of the live, I was kind of a bit like monotony, but like as the evening goes on, I get so much more energetic and a bit like goofy, you know? Which pony vibes do I get? I don't know, because I feel like you're kind of wise, but you understand people, you understand me, but also, actually, no, random person. I don't know, if I could get like all the cool qualities of My Little Pony characters, that would be you. Oh God, sorry. Because you're such a chill person. Rainbow Dash. Oh, actually, no, that makes sense. That's a cool one. Oh, yes, you've come more and more out of your shell. I know. At the start, I'm kind of like in a shell. Then I'm like, that was like a really bad like way of showing it, but that's how I feel on the inside. Second half of the stream, I know you guys have to stay there, like the good part of the stream, because that's when it kind of gets to be like, you know, chatting between friends, you know. That is me though. I am a night person. If you haven't met me at night, you haven't met me. But also the ADHD meds wear off, so I go with the days. No, seriously, as the day goes on, it's like my personality just kind of gets more and more me. It happened today at work. At the start of work, I was like very shy. Then at the end of work, I was like, I actually said slay to someone. I would never do that in the morning, but in the evening, I said slay to someone. And it's not even like someone, a girl might. It was like a guy who said, I'm gonna go to McDonald's, and I was like, slay. Like, that's very unlike me in the morning, but like me in the evening. That is me though. Sorry, I read the same comment. Yes, I don't know who I am in the morning. I know I'm just such a boring person in the morning. And for some reason, I'm always in a bad mood in the morning. And my mum's like, how did you sleep? I'm like, alright. Like, why am I so rude? I'm on the second half, but I missed the ice cream and chat. Don't worry. It was very delicious. It wasn't, sorry, I put some of the rubbish in there. It was delicious. It was the Tony's Chocolonely one. The one that I rated 10 out of 10. A really good one. But you know what? You're here for the good part of the chat. Oops. I mean, the ice cream bit's great, right? That's kind of like the purpose of my channel. Recovery focused. I'm going to eat with you, make you feel a bit more comforted. I don't know. But then the second half, it's like, now let's buckle down. This is the real me. The real, unfiltered, real me. Haha, yes, same, don't worry. It was just Rosa fangirling. I am such a fangirl. This is more fun in a minute. It is. I don't know, the first half was great and all. I got to eat ice cream, that was great. But like the second half's just fantastic. Do you know what? I love you guys. Sorry, is our relationship moving a bit too fast? Maybe I should have waited until the second date. Sorry. feel the need to do all these random things and say all these random things, but I need to like chill. Lol, kiss, mwah, cheeky wink. I love you guys. Wait, Jelly Toast, are you still here? I kind of want to explain the whole My Little Pony situation to you, but at the same time, I kind of need the toilet. Oh yeah, I need the toilet. I keep on meaning to give birth. What's the name of the child going to be? It's giving Becky or Rupert or Daniel or Cupcakes. Sorry, I need a minute to compose myself. Oh, Maud was one of the names of Pinkie Pie's sisters. I just remembered that. Sorry. Unfortunately, I have to be up at 7 a.m. It's midnight, so I'm going to go to bed. Have a great end of the stream. Okay, great. Mwah. Have a nice sleep. I also need to be up at 7, but it is 11 right now for me. Do you know what? If I didn't need the toilet, I would happily just like go on forever on a live stream. Do you ever just kind of like want to really meet someone? You know, I want to meet you guys. I want to be your friends. You guys seem like so chill and so nice. Baby Becky. That's so cute. Baby Becky. Oh, what I give for UK time right now. It's nice being in the UK. It's not really. Do you know what I mean? One of the limitations of streaming, I guess, is just like not everybody can make it, you know. The times just don't always work. Yes, I think I would legitimately get on with you, Anime. Same. You guys are just so nice. Little baby emoji. Is it a little blonde baby? It's a little blonde baby. That's so cute. Yes, I'm working on getting there, lol. I need to like figure out what time would be best for everyone, because at the moment what's best for me isn't best for everyone, and what's best for me is like 7 or 8 p.m. because today I finished work at 7, so obviously I couldn't do the stream at 7, so I had to do it at 8. But a lot of people were saying like 6 or 7 o'clock, but the thing is, I really only have time for like streams on weekends or Friday, if you get what I mean. So it's kind of like, I need to find like oh actually no, next Sunday I finish at 4. That could work. Hi Jazz. Jelly Toast. Grandma emoji. Is that you? No, I'm kidding. For me it's fine. I am 1 hour later than you currently. Yeah, I think that's not too bad because when it's like a difference of 1 hour, times seem to sync up pretty well. I feel like it's kind of bad when like you're on the other side of the world, like whatever, and it's like you're 7 hours earlier or behind. And it's like, I'm starting my stream in the middle of work, in the middle of school, or when you're asleep, you know. Anytime is great. I'm an insomniac regardless. Oh, that's so good to know. Do you know what's really funny? I've always thought of myself as somebody who's not addicted to the internet, but when I think about it, I'm so addicted to social media and the internet. Today, I was on my phone in the shower, like not like phone in the shower, but like I didn't want to get off my phone, and I was like getting into the shower slowly, and I was like holding it away from the water, and then BeReal flashed up, and then I took a BeReal in the shower. Not like, but like a close up of my face and then like the wall, but still. Random person, I feel this, LMAO. I'm so glad to see that there are lots of insomniacs in my comments. Makes things quite easy. I'm at school right now, sadly. Oh no! Wait, what time is it for you? Random person, same. You know, I feel bad because my sister's not allowed. Guilty, Your Honour. 10 a.m. Oh, that's kind of early. Sorry. Do you know what? So my sister, she also had an iPad, the same iPad as me. Although she was like cleaning her room and then she knelt on it and then it broke. And now I decided to be nice and I'm sharing my iPad, which I'm currently filming on. I'm sharing that with her, but I always take it for streams and stuff, and like I always take it like whenever I need to film a video or do a stream or something like that. And my mum's she's always like super upset, and I can understand why she's upset. You know, like, she's in the middle of watching a YouTube video, and I'm like, iPad. And then my mum was always like, "You're so addicted to the screen, Isla. You shouldn't be this upset over a device." And I'm like, "Oh, I'd be so much more upset if that happened to me." And I just feel I'm so bad with this. And the worst thing is, I don't want to stop. I know a lot of people are like, do a social media detox, like, you know, get rid of your upset. And I can't see any harm in it. You know, I can still function at school, right? I'm not so obsessed with it, but I am like obsessed with it to the extent that I do think about it all the time. Australia, Jazz. Oh, cool, Jazz, you live in Australia. Could you say Anna? Yes. Hi, Anna. Yeah, fellow Aussie. I don't live in Australia currently, but I am Australian. Oh, cool. You guys. Just got to do that little thing again. Do you know what's really embarrassing in school? A lot of the time I'll be like doing work and I'll like try and drink and I'll just be like whacking my bottle into my face and I'll be like, yep, food in my phone, just a cycle of thoughts. Same. Because like I'll be like, I'm going to post on social media and I'll be like, what am I going to have for breakfast? And it's like, oh, what ice cream should I have next? And then it's like, check how many likes you got on this. Rock face, kind of. My friend calls it the rock face. I can't keep a straight face while doing it. Wait, can I? Do you know, I feel like lives are so cool because they're like the second best thing to a meet and greet. Because you know, like meet and greets, you see the person in real time. But like, I think lives are pretty cool. The only thing is you can't see the other person's face. Do you know, it's really funny because whenever I ask you guys your ages, you could be lying. You could all be like 42-year-old guys. But I trust you guys. No offense if you are a 42-year-old guy. It's just like funny because when people do say they're 17, a lot of the time there's the possibility that you are, but I trust you guys. Smouldering at its best, indeed, finest specimen. Thank you. I'm the person who spills their drink over their clothes. It's so annoying. I swear, I'm not capable of drinking. Apparently, no, because literally, Friday in geography, I was like looking at my work and I took a sip and I just started choking, but then I spat up my water on my work. And I was like, you know, like when you're choking on water and you're trying not to make it look obvious, but then you're like, you've still got water in your mouth, so you're like trying to swallow it simultaneously, like, and you're also trying to like cough at the same time. It's just like the worst feeling. But this was like, I put my bottle down, so I couldn't just like spit the water back in. So it was like, it would be weird if I just like put it back to my mouth, like spit the water back in. Sorry, this is so niche. Same sobs. You know, I'm so glad we're all just clumsy. The amount of times I've just like spilt my water on my work as well. It is not good. I I still can't stop thinking about the My Little Pony thing. I can't stop thinking about the My Little Pony thing. I'm incapable of handling anything liquid. At work, I have to carry these jugs, and I'm like trying to be like super, like jugs of like juice and water, and whenever I try and like walk smoothly, it always ends up like splashing around the sides, and I always get it all over me. The amount of times I've gotten teardrops on my math homework. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you know what? Send me your maths homework. I'll do it for you. Every party I drop at least one slash. To be fair, you're taking one for the team because somebody has to drop one liquid. You know, you just so happen to be the one who does it. You know. Neither. You've scarred me for life. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Think about how I feel. I was living it. That was my reality. Every party I break at least one glass. I swear, people don't let me hold glass anymore. Do you know what? For people like us who are so clumsy, we kind of need somebody to hold our glass for us. We kind of just need like a personal glass holder. Imagine going to parties. Help. I've never been to a proper party with alcohol before. Although not this weekend. Next weekend for my friend's birthday, she's having like a proper party with alcohol, and I've never been to one before, but I'm going to that one. Anything I need to know about going to those types of parties? Oh, Jazz, I'm talking about party hosting. Haha. Oh yeah. For those around here, me and random person host parties for jobs. You know, we're quite similar in that way. Oh, oops. Ahaha. But seriously, I am going to like a proper party next weekend. Kind of excited, kind of nervous. Well, my hair just behaved. Sorry. I don't drink. My ADHD meds and my alcohol don't match, but I'm out here drinking my juice or sodas. Yeah, I'm kind of scared to drink alcohol. I'm scared of, because I have like such an addictive personality. I'm scared that I'm gonna get addicted. But also, I don't like the taste of alcohol, and I'm scared of like being pressured into drinking it and then drinking it all and just being like feeling really sick afterwards. I sadly do not have much experience in that field. Yeah, we're all out here just noobs at parties, so eat before you drink, otherwise you'll be drunk immediately. Oh yeah, I've heard that like you need some food in you because otherwise the effects of alcohol are just like super magnified. Also, hearing you call me random person was funny, LMAO. I mean, unless you want to share your real name. Random person it is. I've already said this, but you guys are like super chill. I would like 100% be friends with you guys. Do you know what? Can I just, for those of you who joined a bit later, I have like an empty ice cream tub, the lid full of nuts, and a puzzle box full of apple seeds. And I'm not going to explain any of them. I mean, you know this one, but that was my mum walking by. Yes, I don't know, can you keep my true identity a secret? Are you Batman? Are you Bill Nye the Science Guy? Sorry. It's gonna keep me up all night, I see. You know, I like to keep people on their toes. I'm quite mysterious like that. Do you know what, to be fair, this came out of this, so my cat was death staring me this morning, and my friend's cat, my friend has two cats, one cat is like a baby. It's like super bubbly, super nice, and then one cat's just, yeah, death stares. Haha, I was gonna go with a rat, but those are better. You guys are fun. You guys are chill. Ow, my eye. Do you know what I think they should do on YouTube? They should make a feature where somebody else, kind of like a Zoom meeting kind of situation, where somebody else can like show their face and talk in a live, and like the person who hosts the live or like is posting the live can like pick, you know, whether somebody else can like speak on the live. That would be such a cool thing. I'm coming up with all these great ideas, guys. Like great ideas. Such great ideas. Do you know, if I'm coming up with so many ideas right now, what would I be like if I went on recreational drugs? I'm never gonna go on them. Just imagine, what would I be like? What would this magical mind be like? This chat is always such a vibe. It's because I'm such a vibe, guys. I'm such a vibe. Yeah, that should be a thing. It should be a thing. Because I could just, like, because the thing is, you could, like, put in a request to go on screen, and then you could go on screen, then we could have a little chat. And then I could, like, put multiple people on, and we could all have a little chat. That would be so fun. I woke up basically being suffocated by my dog. Pet owners know that feeling. Oh, I will never know that feeling unless my fish jumped out of its tank and waddled upstairs. Although my fish is dead now, but I've only ever had a fish. I'm jealous because my friend Jay, you know, the one who was like really into My Little Pony as well. Well, he has 2 cats and a dog. Well, technically his dog lives with his dad, but he gets all these different like pets and stuff, and I'm just like, I don't even have a fish because my fish died. But to be fair, that was my fault. Tell us a scary story. Well, you know, I could just recall the whole My Little Pony phase of my life. Instagram has that feature actually, as far as I know. Really? Apparently my cat was walking on my face the other day and I didn't wake up. I'm sorry, cats do the funniest things. The dead fish caught me off guard. I'm wheezing. Funny enough, that fish was a cannibal. Shall I tell you a story of my cannibal fish? Do you know what? This is a story that I've told every single person in my life. It's my favourite story to tell. I don't even know why I haven't told it on this live yet. I'm going to tell it on every single live, so you better get used to it. Well, first of all, I had 2 fish. There was a regular goldfish and a shabumpkin goldfish. The regular goldfish was called Daisy, and the shabumpkin goldfish was called Sophia. Well, so Daisy was nibbling Sophie's tail all the time until eventually she couldn't swim because her tail was so badly nibbled or something like that. You know what? I think that's what happened because I rarely tell this part of the story because I don't think like it's that important. But anyway, and then Sophie ended up dying, and then my dad flushed her down the toilet. Yeah, and then we were kind of like sad because we felt like Daisy was gonna get a bit lonely, so we bought 6 zebrafish. I didn't even get to name them because the next day when I woke up, there were 3 zebrafish left. We couldn't find any bodies. Daisy had to have eaten them. That's the only way. Like we looked, we dug up all the gravel, we took out all the things. There were only 3 fish left. 3 fish left. The only way they would have disappeared is if Daisy would have eaten them. My fish was a cannibal. So we didn't just leave the other 3 fish in the tank. We took them back to the pet shop. But yeah. Oh, I remember this. Daisy taking inspiration from Pinkie Pie. That's such a niche reference. I'm so glad I get that. Those poor fish. I know. There's literally no other explanation other than Daisy ate them. do you mean those poor fish, as in the other three who had to see their friends get eaten and then they were just left there? Then they were returned to the fish shop? Because it works both ways. Both the eaten and the survivors. Yes, yes. That's fairly common as far as I know. Oh. Cannibal fish, I mean. Still weird to think about, though. It is, because, to be fair, I mean, as small as goldfish are, zebrafish are, like, minuscule in comparison. So I don't feel like it's that crazy to think, you know? But also, this fish that I'd come to know and love, Daisy, she lived to 6 years old, by the way. 6 years old. That's quite old for a goldfish. And I guess, like, I had grown an attachment to her, right? Like, she was my goldfish. She's my cannibal goldfish. Oh my god! And should I tell you the story of how she died? I still don't understand exactly what was happening to her, but there was this one time when I saw her, she was just like resting at the bottom of the tank, but like not in a normal position, like she was curled up, like kind of bent, like her tail was kind of bent round, and she was just like at the bottom of the tank, and like she tried to swim, but like she was like staying in that curved position, and like she couldn't quite swim properly. She was just staying at the bottom of the tank, and I didn't really know what she was doing. And I tried to like, you know, like poke the glass to get her to move, but she'd only like shuffle slightly, like staying in that curved position. I don't exactly know what was happening to her, but she never quite swam up again. She just kind of, well, she didn't get food, and then I think there was this one time when I poked the glass, and then she just didn't move at all, and that's when we knew that she was not alive. Sorry, that was really depressing. To be fair, Anna, you did ask for a scary story, so I think depressing is kind of close to scary. Oh, that's actually sad. It was. I was like searching up on Google bent fish. I got some really weird search results, but like I was searching up like bent fish dying and stuff like that because I didn't know what was happening to her. I was like really scared because like this was a fish that I'd known for 6 years, that I'd fed, loved, and like stared at weirdly after school. And I just didn't know what was happening. I still don't know what was happening to her. Sorry, I'm just crushing up nuts right now. If you're wondering why I'm not eating these, it's because they're over a year old. Well, probably 2 years old. And they've been in this container with apple seeds. It's a bit dodgy. But they're like really soft, so like they're easy to crush. Do you know what? I really need to pee right now, so I'm going to say, are there any last minute questions? My mum walking by, she's shushed me like several times. I'm super scared she's gonna like turn my iPad off. Sorry. The cyanide emission apple seeds. The cyanide thing. For those of you with no context, when I was in the My Little Pony fandom, there was like a really dark side, and I was like grotesquely obsessed with it. And there was like this fan-made kind of story where it was like kind of, so there was cupcakes by Pinkie Pie, where like Pinkie Pie like turned Apple Dash into cupcake, Apple Dash turned Rainbow Dash into cupcakes. I have no time to explain, but there was like this side story to that where Applejack's cousin, oh yeah, because this was connected through Apple Bloom, because Apple Bloom, no, it was Apple Bloom's cousin, not Applejack's cousin, Apple she wanted to get back at some bullies that were bullying her. She used like crushed up apple seeds as cyanide to get revenge. Sorry, I swear my eyes aren't lighting up when I'm talking about this. I'm just remembering it all right now. But I remember I was obsessed with it. I wanted to feel special. I wanted to feel like a main character, so I started collecting apple seeds. Not with like the intention of using them to get revenge, but like just so I could feel special. I found them. I still have them. They're like, I don't know, 3 years old? So yeah, that's a bit of context. Yeah, as I said, any last minute questions, because I need to pee. Wow, it's really fun to crush nuts. I'm so glad I have a bin like right next to my desk. I'm gonna stop now. Actually, I'm just gonna like do this one almond and then I'll stop. Oh, this almond's hard to crush. Flexing that strength again. It's no true strength if I don't crush this almond. I hope I can crush this almond. Oh, yes. That's not very impressive. But, you know. Typical. Eye roll. I mean, how can you ignore these gains? Just gonna crush this out now. Actually, no, this is kind of. So I'm assuming there are no last minute questions. But it kind of scares me because whenever I say this, I know that somebody's going to be like, oh, here's a question or here's something to say. Then they're going to try and type it, and then I'm going to turn off the live right before they type the question, or I'm going to turn off the live right after they've texted, like they've put a question down. And then I'm going to not be able to answer it because obviously I've ended the live. So I'm just going to like wait like 10 more seconds, I guess, to end the live because I just really need to pee, you know? But I really understand that some people might like randomly think of a question like in the last minute, like I do sometimes. So I'm just gonna like leave it for a few seconds. I sincerely promise I have no questions. Random person, thank you. Thank you for the clarification. That actually makes me very reassured. So everybody else, I really hope that you are like random person and you have no questions because I need to pee so badly. It's painful. Although I do not regret waiting this long because I got to talk to you guys about like lots of random stuff. So, I always feel so awkward ending a live because I feel like there's not really like a proper, like there's no good summary moment, you know. I have no questions. I also have to go in a minute. Lovely. Okay, that's actually good because that means like at least 3 people, 3 out of the 6 people on this. That's like half the people. Do you know what? 50%. You know, seats in Parliament. That's enough for like our majorities. Oh no, there's 7 people. Would it make you feel better if we all just left? Yes, actually it would. Would it be right if you guys maybe did leave? Not to be rude, but shoot. Actually, no, I'm just gonna kiss you guys. Sorry. Sorry, I feel so awkward. Goodbye. Love you guys. Thank you for the live. Bye. Bye. can see them leaving. That's very relieving. You're leaving. Thank you guys. This makes it feel so much less awkward for me. Okay, so there are 3 people on this live. Sorry, you know what? I'm just gonna end it. Okay. Bye bye. I love you guys. Wait, how do I end it again? Oh yeah.